Out of my way. With that, we say hi to Bill Burr in studio.
What's going on, gentlemen?
And right away, I had to ask Bill about Olympic hockey, because I know he kind of likes hockey, right?
Oh,
you follow the Bruins a little bit.
Yeah, big tough season.
And I just wanted your take on the Olympic hockey, because I know you did a fine podcast on that. And
I was actually for the gold medal game. I was in Houston, Texas, big hockey town. And I'm sitting there going,
were they watching the game, though?
No, hell no. I couldn't find anybody. And they're saying 75% of Canada was watching the game. And I was joking on stage that I couldn't find 75 people in Houston who cared. You know? It was. I swear to God, this sounds hacky, but there was a big rodeo that was in town, which was affecting ticket sales. I mean,
well, that's the PBR probably. The PBR is a big rodeo freaking thing there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not making fun of it, but I mean, yeah, they had their priorities were in
take their
other
PBR very
areas.
seriously.
Yeah.
And speaking of the hockey, where you said 75% of the entire nation was watching the gold medal game yesterday, I think it was on I forgot what fucking website. They showed the water in Canada, and everybody was flushing at the same time because they were using the toilets during in between the first and second and the second and third.
Oh, really?
And they actually had a chart to prove that the water was out of control with everybody flushing the fucking toilets. I forgot where it was, Dave. It's worth seeing because it's on a graph. It's an official graph and everything. And they're saying, see this huge spike? That was in between the first and second periods of the game.
It's in my book.
That's like their OJ verdict.
Yeah,
everybody turned the TV on. You had the power surge.
Yeah,
I was basically. I mean, I was psyched. That was great that we were actually able to compete to this level now. But I so wanted us to win just because I was telling you guys during the break. It's so rare. Do you have an opportunity to like just completely devastate a nation without like bombing them or doing some sort of Holocaust?
They would have been devastated.
Oh, they would have been. They care to such an insane level. I remember when they were trash talking, sending me emails because they know I'm into it, and it's kind of like, you guys used to beat us like 8-1, so I'm kind of,
I say we need a third game myself. We won one, they won one.
Yeah.
We need a third one.
I know,
we need a tiebreaker.
And it went into overtime. It was kind of BS, but
it had to be Crosby. My brother goes, as soon as that goal was scored, he yelled out, "Please, anyone but Crosby." And it turns out to be Crosby.
Guy.
Well, I mean, I'm an Islanders fan. I would love Crosby if he was on my fucking team, but he's not. So yeah, you gotta hate talent like that.
I like Ovechkin.
Ovechkin rules.
Yeah,
I think Ovechkin's
just
better
because
than Crosby.
he's got that temper. If you hit him, he gets mad, and because he's a star, he can take like a 12 stride and then leave his feet hit, and they won't call it. You're like, really?
It's so true.
Really? Did that just happen? Elbow right to his face.
So true.
He has golden laces. It's okay.
Yeah. You're right,
look,
though.
Speaking of hockey, what's your take on this? Is this
There's
real?
no way you can get bare feet and those old,
well, that's what Danny said.
those leather.
But that's what we said.
See, but you know what? This is more a statement about communism. Is that they still have those leather skates? Remember?
Yeah, they can't even get the updated
They're
hockey
playing
stakes.
fucking hockey.
They're
skates,
not.
Yeah.
Look, he's shooting on goal.
Yeah, come on. We're not sure.
The goalie sucks right there. He's not even fucking trying.
No.
No,
dude, that's not real.
We don't
come
know,
on,
though.
What? Then you tell me what it is.
Yeah.
That computer.
No.
Dude, tell me what Avatar is. I'm surprised the stick isn't coming into my
Yeah, but
face.
this is a dumb YouTube
enough.
video, not a movie that's supposed to make $1 billion.
You know enough about fucking like
conspiracies
film and stuff.
I know enough about bears.
You would look.
I know enough about bears to know that their feet can't fit in those little things.
That's what we said. But then look at him. He's fucking skating.
It's a combination. It's a combination of real footage and a little bit of CGI.
Yeah, on the bottom half.
Yeah.
Do you understand how difficult it would be to fucking CGI a camera moving like that?
Not as hard as it is to find 12 individual bears that can play ice hockey.
Is Bill going to make me not think it's fake?
I would have to say that's a huge face by Bill Burr.
It really is.
That was a big-time fail for
That's
us,
a hand
Anthony.
pass. You see that?
It's a hand pass.
A paw pass.
Paw pass.
We like how they understand who's on whose team. There's an offense and a defense.
Yeah,
and
they're passing.
They
They're
kind of
fucking
understand the basic rules of hockey.
what
about that,
little
Bill?
gooning it up.
You explain that fight at the end.
Explain the fight? Okay, I'll tell you another reason why it's fake, because a man walked over to break up two bears fighting.
I know. Why didn't we have this logic
an hour and a half ago?
Now I'm going to have to rethink the whole thing.
Also, the guy is like 10 feet bigger than the bear.
Well, because they're slouched over a little bit. They're not
bears don't have good posture.
Up. Right.
They're not supposed to be on skates.
God. Yeah.
They're like big feet.
Big feet in those little skates.
Oh,
those little booties.
I know. I can't watch that, and I don't know. I'm boggled.
We are a little boggled by that, Bill.
I'll figure it out one day.
I don't know if this probably won't be funny though, Rick, because it's all like visual and stuff. Like,
like this was. I mean, we made this funny, and no one.
You guys watch those videos where, like, all of the people learn how to play guitar on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So they'll have, like, so-and-so shreds, this guy shreds, but it's a guy who actually have, like, Eddie Van Halen shreds. And what he does is he takes out the audio and he plays, he plays awful guitar, but it's so brilliant because he plays awful guitar exactly where Eddie's fingers are. Yeah. So it takes you like 20 seconds to be like, hey, when's Eddie gonna get going? And then it just completely sucks. And I think people at this point know it's fake, but they used to get so mad, like, this is totally fake. Van Halen gets more pussy than you ever will. It's all typing in capitals.
Dude, it is hysterically funny, man.
Hold on. It's very visual.
Here we go.
It's extremely visual.
This is Eddie Van Halen shreds. And people just sitting there go, wait a minute, what's Eddie doing?
Because it's video him, it sounds amazing. Somebody took the sound out and made him look like a fucking asshole.
No,
polite clapping.
That is funny, man.
You're trying to tell me this isn't good playing?
No, it's Eddie. Eddie at his best. They have another one, rare Eddie Van Halen video. Yeah. So he's like, oh shit, somebody got some footage. And they just drop out the audio and he's just like, well, I first started playing guitar when I was masturbating in my basement and I figured, what the fuck?
Listen how bad that is.
It's Eddie Van Halen shreds on YouTube if you want to check out the video we're watching. That's pretty good, Bill.
Playing Iron Man.
Badly. The clapping is great, too. Yeah, it is very visual. It is hysterical.
Yeah, after a while you get the joke and there's really no...
Yeah.
But the rare Eddie Van Halen video is great, too. I mean, rare Eddie Van Halen interview.
Oh, can we see that?
Yeah.
That might be...
Holy
Who's he on
shit.
stage with?
I don't know. That might be one of those like those NAMM things, where they just have like all new equipment coming out and they just have these big players come out and shred.
Yeah. Oh, really? Van Halen.
Hey,
no.
We got Rich on the phone, who was a big fan of Bill Burr's podcast. Rich.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
You got a question as we try to find this other video?
Yeah, I wanted to tell Bill Burr that, like, every single week I check, see if there's a new podcast. When there's not, I understand the guy's got to go out and make a living, but how come you don't have guest hosts like all the other podcast guys do?
How come I don't have what? Guest hosts or guests on the show?
Well, no, guest hosts. Like, I understand, like, days that you can't make it because you're out making a living, but how about having, Joe DeRosa host one, or hell, even if Yimmy Norton's around?
You know what? I never thought to do that, but I don't miss a week. Just sometimes it doesn't get up till Tuesday, but that's if I'm flying back from somewhere.
So you get a new one every week?
I do.
Guy's giving you shit.
Should.
Yeah, no shit.
Giving you suggestions and shit.
Now, my only other question is, how come you aren't, like, doing the whole podcast circuit to promote yours?
Oh, because I just do it for fun. I'm not trying.
Podcast circuit?
No, it's like this big thing, and get under this guy's umbrella. I just do it for fun. It's free, and I don't give a shit. I just say whatever the hell I want to say, and it's just a fun thing. People take it too seriously, though.
I'm going to start a podcast circuit, I think.
You have a radio show.
No, I'm going to fucking do a
podcast
circuit.
I'm doing a podcast
It's basically for people who can't get paid in radio. They just kind of go, they go and they do a podcast.
I actually sent Opie a message via YouTube hoping it would get to him, suggesting that Tim and Anthony and Jimmy do a podcast, because then they wouldn't have to deal with any management whatsoever.
Or money.
It would just be them.
Wouldn't have to deal with any,
no,
paycheck.
Adam Carolla makes a pretty good living. He
No, he
doesn't.
He doesn't get paid. Dude. He doesn't get paid for it.
Adam Carolla has a pretty big following with his podcast, but that is the problem that a lot of people are facing. They're still not making money doing the podcast.
I think he's still sitting out his
Well, you know what? I feel
Trust me, we're having those conversations
I'm part of the problem.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I'm part of the problem. Where
Giving away for free.
Yeah, it's like giving away an hour of stuff for free.
Yeah.
And
Adam Carolla
you give
my
it
God, just let him plow right over.
All right, Rich.
No, go ahead, sir. It's about you.
If I'm saying, like, these guys, like, you're doing it for free, and they still complain.
Yeah.
It's called Monday Morning Podcast, not Monday Afternoon Podcast.
Oh, really?
And it's like, oh my God, really?
And you're giving away for free.
Yeah, you're giving away for free, and
you're
then
doing
just
the right thing.
Yeah, you mispronounced this word. I mean, I really sound like a moron on my podcast. I said the other day I was trying to say a man of my own heart. I said a man from my heart.
Yeah.
I just do that all as I upload it. I'm just sitting there cringing like, God, I'm such a dope.
I'm not here to complain, man.
You did already.
Rich, you're gone.
Enough of you.
Okay.
Here's the rare Eddie Van Halen interview.
Yeah.
People must have been like,
when did you build this guitar?
Let's see, I was 14. Yeah, I was 14 when I built it. The fuck is this?
Yeah, he's like scratching the fucking...
Yeah, I was in my
That's
basement
great.
one day and I was masturbating. And, I decided that, I might as well do something creative while I'm down here just masturbating all day. So, I built a guitar, and I was able to convert my masturbation abilities into guitar playing. And, it's better than just sitting there by yourself, winking off,
Let's do this. It's only going to be funny if you're watching it.
Yeah, exactly.
What made you...
Well, my hands were so freakishly large that I couldn't fit them on any corporate model guitar, so I had to build a guitar of my own that would fit my hands. Like,
People actually have, like,
from the guitar store one day
they feel like they need to write
it.
fake underneath
My
it.
Yeah,
hands were too
fake.
freaking big.
Come on,
I was
man.
like, what the fuck?
Once you had the body and the neck and knew that you were did you put the guitar together right away?
Yeah, and from there I went straight into practicing and writing music and whatnot. And I was always looking for the fastest way to do stuff, so I realized I had to start taking methamphetamine.
Yeah, you gotta kind of see it.
That's pretty good. Someone else is saying kiss shredding is really good. The kiss shred is
the same
best.
thing, yeah.
All right.
It's basically the same
I guess
thing.
you can check it out on
Yeah.
your... Bill, what's this $27 thing about?
Oh.
You're saying about your
Yeah,
bank?
I went to the bank. Like, all of a sudden, I finally, noticed that my bank, for some reason, was charging me $27 a month.
For what?
I don't know what.
Oh, you didn't have a minimum balance for your account?
Because they basically screwed up the economy. And then they got $1 trillion and they kept it. And now they're trying to make me pay for it, chip in, I guess, right? So
Is it one of those deals where, you gotta kind of,
Well, basically, I go down there and I go, why are you charging me $27 a month? They're like, let's see what your account. They're doing all this stuff, and then they find, oh, that's funny. We shouldn't be doing that. I go, yeah, you shouldn't be. So could you refund my money? I go, well, our records only go back the records only went back 4 months. I go, but I've had this account for like 6 years with you. So how long you've been doing it? I mean, this could be like $1,500. And I go, well, he goes, well, you'd have to have your records. I go, I have all my records. I'll bring them in. Then
Why do you have to have the records when it's their
fucking
problem?
computers.
Yeah, they go. It only goes back 4 months, and I go, well, I'll bring in all my records, and then they go, and I go, and then you'll refund my money, right? And they go, well, no, we won't, because I go, why not? And they goes, well, the bank looks at it like it's kind of on you that you didn't notice. I go, so let me get this straight. I put my money in your bank, so it's safe. And it's on me because I wasn't checking to see if you guys were stealing from me. And then the guy goes, I kind of see your point. It's like, no, dude, there's no point here.
Yeah,
it's right and wrong. You're stealing from me. And then he kind of had a smile on his face. I'm like, why is this funny?
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
Good for you.
Yeah. And it's not good for me. And I walked out, and there was like, I mean, they're going to return those 4 months.
Oh, wow.
No, they have to.
Of course they go back.
Come on.
If they get investigated by the government for something, you're going to tell me they could say to the government, we only got 4 months worth of records?
Yeah, exactly.
They're lying.
They're being
Of course
audited.
they are.
They're
What
lying.
I should have done is take my own advice. Is you don't lose your cool, which I did. You don't lose your cool. You just keep saying that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. And you don't leave. They're not going to throw you out. And then you just keep asking for somebody higher. And then it gets that tipping point where this isn't worth it anymore.
Yeah.
And then, like, I did that one time when I flew U.S. Air, and they charged me like $30 to check my bag. And when I got to the ground, I had to wait over an hour for it because it was Sunday and they had a skeleton crew. So I just walked in, and I just kept saying, that's unacceptable, it's unacceptable, it's unacceptable. They gave me the website. I go, I don't want a website. I want a phone number. Called them up. That's unacceptable, unacceptable, unacceptable. And I would not get off the phone, and I never cursed, so they couldn't hang up on me. And finally, they were just like, all right. So then when they give me the refund, it still wouldn't happen for 3 months. And then they gave me a website so I could watch the status of my refund.
Oh, shit.
At which point I just tapped out. I was like, I'm gonna be that one guy who does it.
No, you're not.
You couldn't hang in there, right?
You know,
dude, I got a life after a while, and they realize that.
If the bank inadvertently gave you $1,000 and a few months went by and then they asked for it back, would you be like, well, no, it's on you?
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah, that's on you. It's your bank money and you gave it to me. Sorry.
Or they say we can't get it back because we didn't notice it. It's 5 months ago. We can't get those records.
Yeah.
They're fucking
can't
lying.
get those records. That's bullshit.
Yeah, no. I mean, that was round one. I lost round one.
Oh, yeah?
They stuck the mitt in my face.
Yeah.
Got a little stunned.
The Bank of America?
Yeah, they're rubbing my chest. Give me the bottle, the one that I mixed. I'm going to come back like Aaron Pryor against Arguello.
Is it Bank of America?
No, who do you think it is?
Citi.
No, Chase.
Chase?
Chase. J.P. Morgan, the guys who came out on... somehow they anticipated...
As in chase your money?
Somehow they've anticipated every downturn. Somehow they were the only guys that saw the depression coming. Yeah, somehow these guys... dude, it's so... That's the worst thing. I actually was talking to the guy about it. Like, a guy who works at a bank is going to be sympathetic.
Yeah, to the banking industry
I started
and how
telling
it's
him
affecting you and
and how the bankers
what bullshit it is.
Blew off the president because it was foggy out. Yeah, it's foggy. We're not coming. All right, and then the president's like, well, maybe we can do a phoner.
So do you have $27 every month that shows that they took it for how long?
I don't know. I have to go look at my records. I mean, maybe it was 4 months, maybe it was 4 years, maybe it was the entire 8 years I had the account.
Yeah, you don't know.
And that adds up. I mean, that's like what? Like that's $270 to October plus another like, $40, $50. It's almost like, like $320 a year for like 8 years. I mean, they owe me a couple of grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they do that to a bunch of people. They're making some nice cash.
Dude, they're brutal.
Yeah.
They completely screwed up. I overpaid for my apartment because of these guys, because they made people who weren't qualified for loans qualified, and then it became like Super Bowl tickets, where everybody and their mother can go, and it goes from a $400 ticket all the way up to $4,000. The whole thing crashes. They get bailed out. They kept the money. They took bonuses out of the money. They increased fees at the banks, and they got the houses back. And do it all over again. Yeah. And they're blowing off the president. And they took $27 a month from me.
And now they won't give fucking loans out either. They're just
and we're stuck with our mortgages.
Yeah.
That's on you, Opie. That's on you, because you didn't realize that they were complete
They let you
crap.
sit there getting a 0.5% interest on your money in their account, and they're lending it out for fucking ridiculous interest. It's criminal.
No, it's legalized loan sharking.
It's criminal.
It's legalized loan sharking. There's no difference between what they do and what a loan shark does. And I've said that, and people go, well, a bank won't break your legs. It's like, because it doesn't have to.
No.
Because it's legal.
They could throw you out of your house is what they could do.
The only satisfaction I take with banks is paying into principal, so I'm fucking them out of interest that I know that they should be getting.
That'll show them.
That's the only thing that feels good. It's like they have, in a way, loaned me money for a lot less than they intended to loan me money for.
That's true. Yeah.
What, then?
No, they know. They know they're going to get you. Even if you pay off your place, they know at some point you're going to do something. You're going to twist your knee or something like that, and then your insurance company is going to drop you, and then you're going to have to pay for it yourself. They'll get you into it. They're going to get your apartment back. They'll get mine back. It's ridiculous.
In time, they'll get everything.
I'm trying to pay mine off as quickly as possible, because I figured out that the money's not worth anything. So it's like, I'll write you some numbers right back on a piece of paper. There you go.
And you're lucky.
These are for yours. I want to have something tangible at the end of all this. You're
lucky if you could do it too, because some banks actually charge you a penalty.
This one doesn't, though. But you're right. This one, they don't here.
Yeah, I was thinking of, kind of just taking care of that.
Well, a lot of places it'll hurt your credit, because they'll look at it like say they took out like a $500,000 loan. They look over 30 years what they would have made off of you. So when you pay it off early, it's like, well, Anthony was not a good little indentured servant.
I love how that affects your credit in a negative fashion, paying for something.
Canceling a credit card does, paying off your balance every month.
Yeah.
Not hugely, but it affects it.
Yeah, like you can't build a credit rating by paying your American Express card because you pay it at the end of every month.
They want you to see you carry debt.
They want you to have debt on you. So you then
it's unbelievable.
And then you'll have a good credit rating.
The money you save,
you're an asshole.
No,
you're not trustworthy.
And the greatest thing now is they're phasing out cash. And people like cash is so great because it's anonymous. It's the one way that you can get around these guys under the table stuff. And now it isn't. And they're doing these commercials, literally using homophobia to try to get people to switch over. Did
Why
you see
do
that
I feel
commercial?
so filthy, like buying something that costs a lot of money with cash? And I don't mean like, not even something that's thousands, but if like something's a few $100,
yeah, like an iPod,
and you're just like you pay for cash, you're kind of looking like you're doing something wrong.
People look at you like you're crooked, like you're a drug dealer.
Where'd you get that?
I had to deposit a reasonable amount of money in the bank just a few months ago, and boy, did I feel like a criminal too. Like taking out like a big wad, and like everybody's looking at you like, why does this kid?
Where'd you get that?
Why does he look like that and have cash on him? And then
drugs.
Then they're asking me 1,000 questions. Where'd the money come from? Where do I work? What do I do? And I'm just like, can't I just put money in a fucking bank?
In my account?
Yeah, it's my account. Why do I have to answer?
Well, the greatest thing is these guys stole from us. And we're still using them. Like if somebody mugged you, the next week would you take your paycheck and put it in their back pocket? It's ridiculous. And I go down there and they're stealing 27. They're not even regulated.
And with that, Bill, we got someone that works at Chase. Steve, you manage at Chase?
No, I used to back in April, actually.
All right, Bill wants to know where his fucking $27 a month is going and how he gets it back.
You know where it went.
Oh, that's funny.
Where?
Yeah,
they think it's...
Well, no, I went into the pockets. Like that's how they end up on top. But ultimately, just the reason I called, you get these best practices is what it is, and that's what they call it. It's called best practices, and it's ways to deal with these types of situations. And
what's the best way for me to get my $27 or get the record? Can I do that, or am I going to be like?
Oh, keep going up the chain. That's what you got to do.
Okay.
And that's the best way that I've dealt with it. And everybody, the way any management structure is set up is that you've got a bunch of blockers. Each manager you talk to is a blocker. So until you get to the right guy, and at that point in time, the guy doesn't want to talk to you.
I just paid for that. What's that thing on the front of a yacht? That big piece of wood that goes straight out. That's what I bought somebody that.
It's easy to grin when your ship comes in.
The front sail or something.
You just paid for something, yeah.
Well,
the hooker he gets to come on there, so he can fill the void.
Christy's going to tell you something here. Christy in Jersey. Christy.
Yeah, so you actually can build credit with American Express, but what the banks don't tell you is that you don't build credit with debit. And if you go over what you have in the bank, they charge you major fees on the back end.
Yeah, you know what? I had somebody else on my card for many years. I had my American Express account, and then somebody else was on there, and they were using it, but they weren't building credit. Yeah, they weren't building credit. The thing is, it's like, but it's just like Bill says. If you pay something off right away, it's not good for them.
You're not a good indentured service. I had a buddy of mine, his girlfriend was great with her money, and she didn't have any debt. She had credit cards, but she paid them off every month, and she went to go get a car loan, and she couldn't get one. And because she had paid the balances off, she never showed that she could carry debt.
It's like I'm gonna pay this off. Look how good I've been.
No, you're living within your means. That's not a good thing, right? We need you to be living just beyond, right at the wall of your means.
That really is amazing, and I do not usually agree with Bill Burr's conspiracy type things. And this isn't really conspiracy; it's true.
No, it isn't.
But I completely agree with that. They really want to have you in a position where you are in debt.
They want you to, basically from 18 years old, you're going to run on the wheel until you're in your drooling years. And then they're going to take that debt and pass it on to everybody. Because, dude, I sat there, I lay in bed at night trying to think, how do I get off the wheel? How do I get? I just want to be like, you know, at the end of those cheesy cop buddy movies where you buy the bar down in the Florida Keys, and you got the Hawaiian shirt, and it's over. Set for life, man. I'm set for life.
You're in a sailboat somewhere.
They won't let you stop. The second you stop moving, it just the wheel rolls over you, and you're under the bus. It's brilliant, and nobody's doing. I think this is how I think the hierarchy goes. It goes banks, corporations, and then the politicians. Dude, if you start watching some of these documents, I had to stop. I literally had to tap out because half of these government groups that are supposed to be regulating corporations and banks, half the people on like those the boards that watch them used to be in the industry
the guys
that they're watching.
Right.
Like I watched that what the hell was that movie? That Food Inc. I watched that.
Oh, yeah. I was going to get that last night, but I'm like,
Do they have such psychotic laws at this point because they have guys on the inside that it's actually illegal to actually say how our food is processed, to actually tell the truth? And they had this woman in the documentary. They had this woman in the documentary whose kid died of like a coli or something like that.
Yeah. I remember seeing that in the trailer.
She still... And she, you know, and then she became one of these activists, and she was still, they were like, so what exactly is going on? She goes, you know, part of me wants to say that they wouldn't have the nerve to sue the mother of a dead child, but I really don't want, and she wouldn't answer it. I was like, wow.
Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I want to watch Food Inc.
They were claiming, allegedly, so I don't get in trouble here, that basically everything is corn-based now.
Yeah.
Pretty much they feed everything corn. I don't. It was so overwhelming. And even in like those farmers markets,
yeah.
Like one of the big things that corporations do now is they paint everything green, so you think it's like, or green and yellow, so it kind of looks cornish, so you think like it's good for the environment.
Yeah, green is very good.
Yeah, that it doesn't end up in that cesspool in the middle of the Pacific. You seen that? It's like 2 miles deep and bigger than the size of Texas.
That giant garbage heap.
Oh yeah. Dude, it's all rollerblades and whatever fad polyester pants from the 70s. Rubik's Cubes.
It's just spinning out there in the Pacific.
And what happens is, I guess the plastic, it breaks down into like these little like, I don't know, these little like particles, and then the fish breathe it in, and then we eat it. We're eating rollerblades and fish and stuff. And dude, I'm telling you, and my brain, from talking on cell phones, is like going, like, I've actually, one of the things on my podcast is like, I'm trying to get smarter, Dude, I feel like Jerry Rice.
Why
like,
are you still using your phone to make phone calls? No one does that.
Dude, that was a big statement that you made. Yeah, I'm going to text now.
No one does it.
I just text. I
rarely
take phone calls.
take a phone call on my phone.
I never put it by my head. I hate the fucking cell phone by my head.
Yeah, but I'm
it's
on
usually
the road.
Someone much older than me in my life because they don't understand the whole texting thing.
Speakerphone.
Or speakerphone.
Yeah, but I'm on the road like you know, every other week, and it's like I can't like text.
You live in a different world.
I just want to make a cell phone helmet. I just wear it all the time with the thing on.
You should do speakerphone.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you come up with something,
it would be superhuman.
We should talk about that during the break. We'll make more money than Billy Mays. I swear to God, because you can scare the hell out of people.
Yeah.
Are you sick of cooking your brain? I'm Billy Mays. But they got this website, Lumosity.com, and it's all these brain games, dude. And I'm telling you, dude, some of these games, they had one. Well, they have like on the left side is. Will be like two colors. Left side will say black, and then they'll write on the right side another color. They'll write yellow, but you have to look what color they wrote yellow, and it has to be black, dude. That thing will like make your brain do a somersault.
What do you mean?
It's really hard to do. So you got to name the color, the actual color, and not read what it says. You're okay. Like say if I read the word on the left black, and on the right it says yellow, but yellow is written in black, then that matches. But your brain reads yellow, and you're like, that's black, that doesn't. And then you hit doesn't match, and this X just goes, bah! And yeah, which messes with, like, you start getting, like, anxious.
Wait, I gotta see this now.
I've done a test where words are written in other colors. So yellow will be written in red.
Right.
And you have to go, like, red, green, and name the color, not the word.
Yeah.
But you're so hung up on reading the word.
Right. Well, this takes it to another level where you got to read another word. They got one called duck hunting, right? And it's basically like right at the same time, a letter appears and this duck appears, and you have to remember the letter and click where the duck was. Then it becomes like Wheel of Fortune. Then you're like, if you guess the letter right, out of this usual suspect lineup of letters, you're then spelling the name of a bird, and it's like the whole thing just compounds on itself. And then when you get that down, then they'll have like the bird in like 4 blue dots all at once, and it's just like
you ever see that one, the fucking weird one? It's like where you got like little men and they're multicolored, and then you throw dice, and you knock someone's man out, and someone yells Parcheesi.
I got to go to Don.
Mind games are great.
Yeah,
man.
Don and Tom's River.
I'm terrible at them, too.
Don.
Hey, guys. As far as Food Inc. goes, it's fucking awesome, but the most powerful organization in the world, and Bill, maybe you'll back me on this, is the soybean industry.
Yeah, dude, I'm an idiot. I have no idea. I watched the documentary. Is it?
Oh, no. Soylent Green?
Dude,
they want to put soy in everything?
Black ops, blacklist, blackout sedans, shutting farms down. It's unbelievable how powerful the soybean industry is.
This is why... Let me just explain something. This is why the legitimate stuff that Bill's talking about and everything gets thrown into the category of people going, all right. The second you start talking about black ops and black helicopters, people go, all right, it's bullshit.
Yeah, you can't deliver it that way. Even though what he's saying is not necessarily crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, they showed this thing, right? They were saying how they found out that people like chicken breast meat, so they started. I don't know what they did to these chickens, but they got. You see how big chicken breasts are now?
They made them crazy.
They get them to the point they can't walk. They take like a two-step and they just collapse. You ever see like footage of somebody having like a massive coronary, just like, and they just literally drop dead?
Fall right over.
They look like that kept happening, and then they would try to get up again. It was brutal.
They can't hold up their own weight.
When I was a kid,
because we need a big fucking chicken breast on our plate.
Remember when I was a kid, they weren't that big. Like, this is what you got chicken breast, it wasn't that big in your plate.
Dude,
now,
I eat apples now, and I eat apples now. I get full. I'm like, I can't finish this. I mean, that never used to happen.
How is that? They're making giant food.
Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire are behind all of this.
Yeah, it's not steroids.
They're roiding out the fucking food.
So I went down to this farmer's market after I saw that. Whenever you see something, you're like, I'm going to make a change.
Yeah, I'm going to go natural.
Last 2 days.
Organic.
Yeah.
So I went down and I bought this all natural, never been messed with, old school chicken, dude.
Oh, it's horrible, right?
No, it was delicious, but it was. I mean, I realized I can actually eat a whole chicken if I want to. The thing looked like is this a teenager? Did it have some sort of blood disease? And it's like, no, this is what an actual chicken looks like.
A sparrow.
Yeah. And especially when it's sitting next to all the other, like, Jersey Shore roided out chickens sitting there. Hey, how you doing? With, like, the neck muscles and stuff. I'm sitting there going, like, all right. I don't know about this, so.
I'll take the Snooky chicken.
Yeah.
God damn. That's fucking unbelievable.
That's what chickens are supposed to look like.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
That's fucking chicken.
That's got some kind of problem.
But when I was growing up, man, they weren't that big. You didn't get like they were like turkey. Now a chicken is like a turkey,
yeah.
And turkeys are fucking retarded.
Yeah, turkey's like a wild boar.
Fucking tusks coming out of their beaks and shit. It's insanity. I was last night. My cook couldn't make it over yesterday, so I have to wait till today. So I had to fend for myself last night, which is just, for me, it's walking around, opening the refrigerator and the cabinets like 20 times, looking around going, I don't know what to do.
You settle on cereal.
I don't know what to do. I couldn't even settle on that. Like, there's nothing in the house. Like shopping has to be done. I'm a fucking mess. So I find this can of chili in the fucking cabinet, and I'm like, oh, fuck, great. I turned the thing around and look, and I actually put it back and said, I can't even eat this. It had 85% of the daily intake of sodium.
Oh, yeah.
85%. It was like 2,000 fucking grams of... It was like more salt than could fit in the can. I was wondering how they pulled that off. And cholesterol, trans fat, like it was... You would think they would have blacked it out like a fucking CIA letter that they released. Yeah. Like all the shit just black lined out. Like, you don't need to see this. You don't need to see it. I was starving and it looked so good. And I put it back. I'm like I can't do this. I rolled it in there. I was like, fuck, man. So I went up making like pasta, which sucks because it takes forever. And you eat it in like 3 minutes. And you're sitting there boiling and stirring. It's a little too al dente. Mm-hmm. I gotta heat up the sauce. And after like a half hour of cooking the shit, you finally eat and you're like done in 3 minutes.
You ever have so much salt, your lips are like...
Yeah, I can't.
Your bones start dissolving.
It just makes it feel like shit.
Osteoporosis by the end of it.
Like an old fender. Your cheek rots out. You got rust on your fucking cheek.
That happened to me the other week. I ate like an entire bag of like Tostitos by myself. You just have that, like your lips almost go numb from the amount of salt.
You look like a shipwreck victim. Fucking lips are red.
And the only solution is a pint of Haagen-Dazs. You got to go the other way.
You got to calm that salt down. Yeah. What, did you get punched in the face? No, I had sushi last night.
It's like, isn't Anthony a millionaire? Shut up. I live like a fucking dirtbag.
Let's go to Dan in Scranton. Dan?
Fellas, how are you?
Good, man. We're hanging with Bill Burr. It's been way too long.
It's in the back of the cabinet.
Bill, I'll tell you, the movie you saw ruined my life, but there's another one that made me a complete idiot, was King of Corn. I can't eat anything now without reading the ingredients. Everything we're eating is filled with corn.
Well, okay. What was the gist of the movie?
Corn syrup is like a big thing too. They throw that in everything.
Well, dude, it's one of those things where we've defied the laws of nature. The amount of us that are living, and it's only because they want more idiots that they can take $27 out of their account for. So most of us. We're the only species where the morons survive. Like, there's not, like, we were talking about that dumb squirrels. You don't see that shit.
Yeah,
you're a dumb squirrel, you're dead. But us, not only do you survive, but you're able to procreate and have like 58 kids.
Isn't it kind of sick and a little ironic that we watch these shows and these documentaries and you look at the cows and the chickens and you go like, oh, that's terrible. They treat them like that and stuff. And then you look and go, oh my God, I'm that. They feed me this stuff.
Yeah.
And they take my $27 and I just walk around, but I am just a commodity for them to, use and abuse and whatever. I mean, they're not butchering me literally, but, you are being used.
And that's why,
you're a commodity.
now if you go to TED.com and you start seeing what they're able to do with some robots, we're literally, we're going to be obsolete. The only reason why, I think I'm thoroughly convinced that the only reason why I'm alive is because they still need me.
Yeah,
they still need me to do something. I mean, my only hope is if the robot doesn't have, comedic timing, that they can bring me up through the floor like a court jester. And if I bomb, they throw me to the alligators,
Fucking Bill.
You ever see a
right on, man.
You ever see a car running through a fucking plant that's building cars? Those robots are just spot welding. Whamp, whamp. The arms are swinging around like crazy. They know exactly where to hit the spot weld.
Oh, dude, that's nothing. You should see what they got coming. You should see this guy. They got this hand like a glove, dribbling this ball between each fingers. And I'm telling you, it starts off like ba-dum, 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 and then it goes. You're just like, oh my God.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they're already talking about using robot parts to replace fake legs and stuff like that. Literally Lee Majors kind of stuff.
They're starting to put more actual electronic shit in prosthetic limbs. So you have some sense of feeling of pressure. So your grip isn't just, back a few years you had that hook. That fucking, just got back from WW2. Jets, my arm on Iwo Jima. And you just got this hook, you're breaking light bulbs with it and shit. You can't do anything. It uses the same fucking thing for a piece of steel in your wife's nipple. The same pressure.
Hold my new baby boy. I'd love to, but it's just,
it's not working. I got a hook. Now though, it's you're picking up a light bulb and it's fine, or you could crush a can.
No, I think in the future, all these roided out athletes will be actually looked as they had forward thinking. They saw where it was going.
They just fucking these whole half machine things.
Let's go to Jordan. Jordan.
Hey guys. Hey. Not to go too far back, but the reason why they've standardized the breed of chicken, aside from producing the most meat per chicken, is that when they bring them through the slaughterhouse, they have absolutely minimal human involvement. When they slaughter cows, they still got to use a lot of labor. It's usually immigrant labor. And if you read Fast Food Nation, a lot of those guys fall into the machines and they get killed and no one seems to know about it. But chickens, they basically hang on a hook. They go through, they get defeathered, they get killed, they get the meat stripped off and packaged with very little human involvement. So it makes the companies more money, more profit margin.
Jeez. Yeah, well, with the amount of chicken that people eat,
But
I've been saying this for a while. It's got to be that assembly line kind of thing.
But what this guy is saying, they're
fucking amazing.
They're changing the breed of chicken so it's easier to get all the feathers off and do everything they need to do in the factory efficiently.
They breed them to make it more quick and efficient. Yeah.
So we're looking at the video of this fucking robot bouncing a ball.
It's bouncing a ball faster than you could ever bounce a fucking ball.
Yeah, it has a whistling sound. The air is like,
it's just miraculous. How does it know where to?
Why doesn't it bounce away?
It knows it's hitting it on a certain angle
and hitting it flat. He's using the molar method.
The molar method.
But actually,
that's
for the 5 drummers who listen to this.
See, that's where you need the person now.
They got to fix
now how is he going to go get the ball?
That guy would break both of Jordan's ankles if he turned that into. He would cross him over like he had never been.
It is fucked up, man.
It is.
I don't know.
All right, why don't we take
where we're going with that?
Well, I got to tell you about my Prius that got recalled on the way back.
On the way back, look at Bill. Hey, what are you promoting in town?
Huh?
What are you promoting in town? We'll save the Prius.
We added a show up in Boston, May 6th at the Wilbur Theater, and then May 8th I'm doing the Taj Mahal down in Atlantic City.
Oh, the Taj, yeah.
I was just down there.
Yeah,
with Patrice and Bob Kelly. It's a nice room. Oh, I saw them advertising your show already.
Oh yeah,
they advertised it before Bob Kelly and Patrice.
Nice.
So yeah, you'll sell out down there.
Nice.
You're gonna have a nice fucking crowd down there. All right, more with Bill Burr. Stay there. Bill Burr in studio. Hey, Bill, are you on Twitter? People want to know.
No.
Okay. Why? You don't want to be on the grid that much?
Yeah, doing this just a podcast alone is enough to I'm letting people in my life enough. I mean, if you really want to go see my shows, I have a website.
Nah, but the website is old news.
Website? What is this website?
Oh, God, I'm always behind on the technology. I finally got on Facebook, which is the most annoying. MySpace is so much better than Facebook. All you douchebags who ran over because it was a new club in town who wanted to seem cool. It was so much better to promote your gigs. Now I have to go on Facebook and pretend I'm not me and start a fan page. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a shit anymore. Forget it.
But you would be a real good one to follow on Twitter. You really would. You should set up a Twitter account.
Look, you know what I'm going to get in Twitter? I always get involved in these things right as everybody thinks they're like old school. That sucks. Now I'm on the next thing.
Where were you?
Yeah.
Where were you like 2 years ago?
Yeah. All right. Your Prius, I think you were teasing before the break.
Oh, yeah.
They just had a problem with the Prius, by the way. A runaway Prius, and a cop actually had to get in front of them and step on the brakes like fucking an episode of Chips.
Yeah.
They had to get in there and use the cop car's brakes. Yeah.
Why can't there be some kind of kill switch and the cops have the fucking technology just to shut that engine off for you?
Yeah, well, they're working on something
that's
like
good.
that.
Give them more power.
Oh, sorry. But the cops aren't in my life, so I don't care.
Man.
They're not in my life.
Hey, I was going to say...
Big fan of the cops.
Oh, this is another thing, too. Yeah, if you actually get to meet a cop, you got to make friends with... You cannot have enough friends who are cops. All these idiots, like that guy who played for the Wizards, who brought his gun... I mean, first thing was I was thinking of another person that I know who is friends with cops, got a license to carry.
I'm all legit, my friend.
That's smart. So you telling me, as a professional basketball player, you see cops all the time at the arena. All you got to do is pal around with them, give them a couple jerseys, take a picture with their kids. You got a license to carry.
It takes a long time. I think it's more so that it's a commitment. It takes a long time to get a license to carry.
All I'm saying,
and I don't think it's cool.
You had to beat out, half the free world to get where you're at, and then you bring a pistol to work like a moron, and the whole thing goes away.
Yeah, the guy fucked up bad. Yeah.
Why
would he do that?
He's done.
Why would he fuck up?
I'll tell you
because it's not cool.
He wants to be a gangster.
Because in that world, it's not cool to have a legal gun.
No, I think with some of them,
illegal.
I think it's one of those things. It's like if you have felonies too, but I didn't think he did.
Yeah, it's true. If you have felonies,
I'll tell you, he was an idiot. That guy they had I don't know if it was the Jets or the Giants. The guy's got he's got 7 kids.
We talked about this yesterday.
Dude, do you realize he's already broke?
Yeah.
He's already broke because
the Jets had to help him out so he could pay for all the kids that he had with. What was the total? 5 states. I remember that. Like 6 different women with 7 kids.
7 kids.
7 kids, 6 different women, 5 different states.
He is broke.
He's 25.
But I'm saying he's broke.
Yeah.
that guy, well, the second he's done, the amount of money he's going to have to give from his NFL paycheck out, he's gonna be broke. And then they're all going to be broke. What he did, it should be borderline illegal.
But that's not even odd. It just so happens that guy's in professional sports. There's guys like that are unemployed, that are doing nothing, or slinging drugs, or fucking working in some McDonald's.
Yeah, but the thing about those guys, as bad as that is, at least, what are you going to make them more broke?
This
guy actually, he hit the jackpot. He should have been a millionaire. Just, it's like, talk about,
like, what are you doing?
That's totally no guidance whatsoever.
Ridiculous.
But even with no guidance, I mean,
it's called common sense.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't even need guidance to know.
I still believe in common sense.
Well,
even if you don't have guidance.
If I haven't screwed up so much in areas of my life, common sense is also you look to make sure your bank isn't stealing from you.
No, that's true. But what do you need guidance to tell you not to stick your hand in a fucking campfire? No. You just fucking, don't do it.
I'm with that. To a point, you gotta realize this.
No, that's fucking an analogy. Dude, you're an idiot. Yeah, that guy's an idiot, man.
I'm with
idiot.
All right.
Your friend jumped off a bridge.
If your friend knocked up 6 women in 5 different states and had 7 children, would you?
Sorry, Grammy.
Here we go. So here's a Prius story. So,
there it is.
I basically, I all of a sudden hear Priuses are getting recalled, and they're telling me some story about the driver's side floor mat.
Yeah, that was their first thing.
Yeah, so I called. That's their official story to me. It's somehow bunching up and it's holding down the
Pushing
accelerator.
Down the gas pedal, yeah.
So I say to them, they go, so just take it out. So I go, all right, well, I took it out, so now I don't need to come down, right? It's fixed. And they go, yeah, well, you still might want to bring it down. And it's like, all right, what is really going on? And no one will give me an answer. So this is back in December, and now I'm seeing runaway Priuses. That's basically my car with the black.
No. This is what's coming out right now. They initially thought it was the floor mat. Now, if you ever notice, in my vehicle, there's a little hook, and there's a ring on the mat, and it goes on the hook so it can't slide forward and go into the gas pedal. Easy. Right. I guess they were installing these hook things on some of these Toyotas that are just running away. Then they said, they're still running away. Apparently it's not a mechanical problem where the carpet is hitting the gas. Now they're saying it's some type of electrical problem in the works.
Yeah, I mean, how weak are your ankles?
Yeah, well, one guy, this latest guy, was doing about 90 in a Prius, which was amazing enough. And he went to
the ignorance of it's a Toyota, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It hums at 90.
I'm an
tremendous.
asshole. I know. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
My escalator, step on the brakes, it stops. Ha.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's not a piece of garbage, but just to suggest that I would buy a car that couldn't go 90.
All right,
it hums as you're going off a cliff.
Yeah, exactly.
Slamming into the brakes.
This guy had time to call 911. And this is the second one. The first guy actually died with a bunch of people in his car. This guy called 911.
Why don't they shut the car off?
That's what I keep saying. Apparently, it's a little more complex than that. Do you have a key? Do you have a key turn on or a press button?
Just for the record, you shut it off like a boombox in the late 80s.
Do you have a key or is it a press button, a push button start?
Well, no. You push a button.
You push a button. Now,
like you're starting a blender.
Now, what keeps that? Okay, what keeps like just some guy jumping in your car and pressing the button? Do you need like a fob on you or something?
No, your key.
Your key. Where does the key go?
A key you can either stick it in the thing or you can just have it in your pocket. It's called a smart key, and if you lose it while hiking, it costs you $400.
How do you lose a key?
I wonder how he figured that out.
How'd you lose the key, Bill?
Were
you running away from a leopard or something,
yeah,
or a mountain lion, or a skating bear?
Pilots. It was the L.A. story. Pilot season was coming up, desperately trying to get abs that I'll never have, running up the hill. Came home, all of a sudden couldn't get in my house, so I had to retrace my steps late at night when the mountain lions come out.
Yeah. Oof. What now you put the key in and then press the button.
I love how a guy who can't even make a can of chili is going to give me a rough time about this.
No, I'm not giving you a rough time. I really want to understand.
I am admittedly a moron.
No, I want to understand.
But this is the worst part. Not only did I buy a lemon, I now have to have one of the biggest jackasses I've ever met in my life is now going to tear me a new asshole, which is why I've been trying to call this show in. Because you know when you're going to get it, you know when you're going to get a beat down, you're like, why don't I just get this over with instead of just looking around the corner? I've been trying to call in. Go ahead, Anthony, give it to me, because you're absolutely right, and I can't wait to buy the biggest fucking SUV I can find. I'm converted. I am converted.
I wish I was going in that direction here, but I'm really not. I want to understand why people can't just turn these fucking things off when they go boo and just start racing at 90. They have time to dial 911 and talk to dispatchers, have a cop come and get them as they're doing 90.
Do they have audio of that?
I gotta hear it. My car won't stop. How come you can't just shut it off? Is all I want to know. Like, how do you turn your car off? How do you turn it off when you get where you're going, right?
Look, I'll tell you what's happening, okay?
How do you...
These oil companies don't want these cars to succeed. The CIA is crawling underneath them at night. It's the same way, when the Jeep wasn't selling because everyone was buying that Suzuki Samurai.
Yeah.
What they did was they just ran a smear campaign.
Rolling those over.
And said it was terrible. That's what they're doing. It's a dirty business.
How do you turn your car off is all I want to know. You get to where you're going.
I told you, 5 minutes ago. You push it like a boombox.
And now,
I bought a radio with four tires.
It's the same button you started with?
Listen, my car is so smart that it realizes that sometimes when I want it to stop, that I don't really want it to stop.
Oh no!
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm. The bankers are fucking me. I got fucked on this car. I'm having a rough month.
When you park your car, Bill.
I told you push the button.
And it's the same one that you used to start it? The same button you used to start the car, you push to stop it?
Yeah, you push it twice and that totally shuts it off. It's the push button start. It's very common.
You just stop it. You just push the button once and it's off.
Okay, but it's the same button you used initially to start
it. Yes, it is.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Okay, so there's
Which
a problem
is not like
with the fucking
box.
button.
Yeah.
There's a problem with the fucking electronic button. Why can't you... Have you ever tried to stop your car while you're in it driving? Can you just hit that button and it'll go... And you'll just be coasting? Don't know, do you?
Yeah, why would I do that?
I was afraid I'd lose power steering
if
if I did
runs
it.
away,
yeah, that's exactly
you'll know
what I'm
it
thinking.
works. Like, I would now, if I owned one of these cars...
What about the power steering, like Jimmy brings up, though, Ant?
That's what I was afraid of.
Everybody's got a car conk out with power steering. You muscle that fucking thing to the shoulder.
I used to drive a...
Not if you're going 90 miles an hour. You're going to be in a bit of a panic.
It's easier at 90. It's easier without power steering at 90 than it is at, like, 10. You're fucking wrenching it over, at least when you're moving.
I drove an 89 Daytona with a broken rack pinion for months. No power steering.
No power steering and no power brakes.
And that was worse than just not having power steering. Having a car with power steering that's broken is worse than not even having it in the first place. And I drove that
But this is the
for
thing
months.
about Toyota, dude. It's not just their hybrids. It's like a whole bunch of their cars. It's unprecedented. My entire life, if you bought a Toyota, it was like this thing's going to go to 200,000 miles if you can keep it from rusting out from underneath you. That's what it was. And now, like,
they're looking at class action suits in the like hundreds of billions of dollars.
Oh yeah, dude. Do you think what if I put my car on eBay right now? What do you think I would get for it?
Nah,
a couple $100.
Yeah,
not too much.
Not too much.
I would, if I owned one of these cars, I would absolutely try to see how I could shut the fucker off while it's running. And I'm in drive or whatever, or neutral or something, because people are just panicking.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be a problem in my life for much longer.
No,
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not having this car.
Fucking Escalade.
They're not going to go down there and no. You know, I like the Dodge. I like the Challenger. I rented one of those.
Oh yeah, okay.
When I was going down to Irvine,
yeah.
it had a V6 in it. And it was still great.
Oh, you have one V6.
Dude, they rented one. There was a rental. What do you think they're going to give me the Hemi?
I know.
So I can go wrap myself around a pole and then blame them because I don't know how to drive. That would have been their defense would have been hilarious. Well, you see, Your Honor, he was driving this pussy car, and then he went to this one. It was way too much car for him. No, it's over. I'm going old school.
Looking, muscle car looking thing. I like that.
Yeah, I like that one best, then the Mustang, and then the Camaro's not doing anything for me.
Nah, Camaro didn't quite. I thought it was going to be a cool car, but yeah. And
I don't like the back end.
I don't like them either.
Looks like a chick car.
Yeah, definitely a bitch car.
I think the Mustang 2 of the late 70s.
Oh, the fucking Charlie's Angels drove those.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I going to get a Charlie's Angels car?
Oh, that was a big little moment there on the internet. How they didn't mention Farrah Fawcett. Yeah, but I like them.
They're snubbed.
They're like, well, she didn't make any good movies. This is about the movies.
Logan's Run.
Go fuck yourself.
Got to give her Logan's Run.
She's in Logan's
that
Run?
for 3 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah, she was in that.
It's Farrah Fawcett. Come on.
That was a purposeful leading
what
out.
What the hell is that about?
And then they had a psychotic fucking.
You like the Oscars?
No,
Ryan
I actually
O'Neal.
had to cancel a show because in San Jose.
Because everyone wanted to watch the Oscars?
Evidently, that's the Super Bowl to a
lot
large
of people.
segment of the population.
Yeah.
But I was more upset, like Farrah dying of like actually something an old person would die. It was making me feel old. As someone I used to crank one out to.
Yeah, had ass cancer, and that was it. Yeah,
What was your favorite movie of the year?
Favorite movie of the year? I'm not a big movie guy, but I
You didn't do
I
Avatar or The Hurt Locker?
I didn't see that, but you know what? I did see Jeff Bridges' Crazy Heart.
That was good,
I
right?
didn't want to see it because I hate country music, and I saw it, and I thought he was awesome.
Yeah,
I thought he did a great
he deserved
job.
it, obviously. I mean, I didn't believe that Maggie Gyllenhaal was his love interest, though.
What did Sandra Bullock win an Oscar?
You see The Blind Side?
I was That was like the bit I did about those stupid movies where they have like the white person that comes in.
Helping the black
that was
people.
That was basically Frankenstein with a happy ending. Except they made him black. That's basically what it was. It was this big man-child. But rather than killing a girl and throwing her in a lake, he won a football game.
I liked the movie. I wasn't blown away by it. Knowing it's a true story, helps it along. But
does it?
I don't know if it was Oscar.
How about Precious? You see Precious?
Precious?
No.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Why would you? Right? It's too
Well, no,
depressing.
I grew up with that shit. I don't
Dude,
need to fucking.
when she gets fucking smacked in the head with everything, when that fucking Monique is throwing shit at the back of her head, it's hysterical. What the fuck is this chase?
What
thing that they
happened?
had?
Is there a chase going on?
Some guy trying to get away from the cops in a Jeep.
He's
Wrangler.
got the right vehicle. Finally, he's got the right vehicle.
Oh, and then they don't show the whole thing.
Everybody, Finance Guy here, and with me...
I think we're going to be doing that trivia question in a few minutes.
Oh my
trivia
God!
contest, I should say. We
I
should
don't know how
explain to
this
Bill
happened,
Burr.
Bill. I don't know how this happened, but apparently we're now being challenged on Star Trek, the original series, knowledge, and there's a station. And
BJ show. You've probably done BJ show.
Opie,
I'm sure I did.
And
we go way
the
back.
big challenge is on.
Now, are you a big Star Trek fan?
Yeah, I'm a big Star Trek fan. The original series. Don't ask me about Next Generation or some of that. The movies, I like the original movies and stuff. The newest movie was fantastic, but didn't have any of the old cast.
I was judging by your wardrobe, you were more into BJ Honeycutt.
Yeah, I am kind of got the match attire on today.
From the Alan Alda collection.
Fucking Bill, man.
I never would have guessed. You do not look like a Trekkie.
That's good.
I'm gonna have. So if you're gonna go up against this guy, BJ, I'd have to go.
BJ
with
is a true Trekkie. I'd
have to go with him.
I would love to believe that Anthony can beat him, but I don't know.
Let's
This is gonna be tough.
let's get a point spread going. Let's get a. He's got.
Yeah,
let's put some money down.
I'll be honest. Here's how I'm assessing myself on this whole thing. I know the shows like backwards and forward. I could turn on Star Trek and within a second know the episode, know everything that's going to happen, dialogue, shit like that. But I'm not very good when it comes to trivia things because I don't remember numbers, like names, places, things like that. I'll know everything that happened. I'll be able to spout out lines from TV shows and movies and things like that. So I don't know how well I'm going to do in an actual trivia test.
All right.
So I don't know.
With that trash talking before it, what is the spread? What is the spread?
I would have to say BJ's going to win. I hate to do that to Anthony. I want to believe in Anthony.
All right, I'll bet you $20. I'll bet on Anthony.
He's an uber geek.
You got to give me how many questions they got to ask? Are they going to ask
1 minute?
How many questions are they going to ask?
At least 5. 5 questions each.
Okay, so what are you going to spot me 3?
Wait, you're taking Anthony?
I'm going to take Anthony, but I'm taking him with the points.
How many? It depends on how many questions are asked.
Okay, let's find out.
Let's remember not to curse either.
Okay,
We can't
I'm
say any
trying to make this
potty
exciting
language.
with some illegal gambling
I
here.
know.
Me and Bill will
$20. We'll bet $20.
All right, we'll bet.
I could bet against me and just throw it.
No. I got Hyundai.
And then cry about it years later on an HBO documentary. I took the patent out of my gloves.
All right, here they're coming back. They're coming back.
I'll take Anthony.
All right, let's try not to curse.
Anthony's too smart.
And not speak to you again.
Top Shelf. I'm always
You're now listening to their program.
If it's only 5 questions,
on
I would have to.
terrestrial radio.
I would have to only give you like 1 or maybe 2.
Give me 2.
Anthony's too smart, man. Anthony has a recall like nobody I've ever met. For
All right,
details.
then we'll say 1.
Don't count out Anthony.
Jimmy's handicapping it at
so.
1.
All right, I think they're coming back. I think they might go right to us. Let's try not to curse. Yeah. I know we're gonna.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's the BJ Shea Morning Experience. And Steve, we're getting close. If it's not already time, really.
It's time, BJ. It's time.
To prove just how much of a loser I was in high school, right here.
I can't believe this is really happening.
I know, but you know what? Like I said, this is only going to prove, if I win this, it only proves just how miserable of a loser I was in high school, because this is when I was watching the show day in and day out.
Yeah, see,
as opposed to the last vacation.
All right, well, granted, when you're married, you have a reason to be a loser and stay in the house because, hey, I'm married. What am I going to do? But, when you're in your teens, you're supposed to be out doing stuff. And that just wasn't me, and it will be proven today by my knowledge of this show.
Uh-oh.
All right,
he's very cocky.
He is confident.
How's this going to work, Steve? What's going to happen?
I think we just pull him up and the guys are there.
Confident.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
BJ.
Oh,
there they are.
We were listening to you there.
Wow, you sound pretty confident, dude.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to say that we're looking at this to kill about 10, 15 minutes of radio, and it seems like you guys are taking this very, very serious. I just want to point that out.
Opie, there's only one person taking it serious, me. The rest of the show, they are happily ignorant about Star Trek. It's only me and my little geek world that I live in.
Yeah. No, I was listening to you, and I was the same thing. I would watch the show constantly. I know the second the show comes on, I know what the episode is, and but now trivia contest wise, I don't know. I'm not as confident as you are. I hope I do well, but you might be a little more geeky than me.
And how is this going to work, BJ?
By the way, we're talking to Opie and Anthony from the Opie and Anthony Show, which you can catch on XM, Sirius. You can catch all our satellite radio. And Opie and I go back a long way. He and I were both basically, we were fortunate and unfortunate enough to work with Wheeze, depending on the day. And
well, you had a much better gig with Wheeze than I did. I got his coffee and donuts, so you were actually getting paid.
Yeah, you know how Club Soda Kenny feels.
Right.
But Opie, you got to leave the room every once in a while where I had to stay there, so I looked at you and go, man, I wish I could just drop off the coffee and get the hell out of this room.
That's true. And BJ, when we were all living in Rochester, I think that's when your son was born, and then BJ tells me recently, he moved out of the house this week. I'm like, what? What is going on with this time thing?
Opie's like 6'2". He's a Mr. Professional poker player, and he's gone. It's bizarre, isn't it?
Is he making money with the poker?
You know what? According to him, he is. But again, he never shows me any documentation, so I really don't know.
There you go. All right. How many questions are we going to do? Because we have Bill Burr in studio here, and you got to promise you guys aren't cheating. We're not cheating because we don't really care. All right, good.
I'm looking at the answers, and I still couldn't answer one of these questions.
No. We're having a hard time pronouncing some of the names on these questions.
Yeah, we picked out questions, and you guys picked out questions? Is that how this is going? Okay.
And Opie and Ant, I didn't pick the questions. I thought, I'll let these guys find questions.
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah.
And I also figured, I'm not going to study either because it's about how much of a loser I am because how much I kept in my brain is how I figured.
All right.
I was going to take a look, but I got onto online poker and did not leave until about midnight last night. So
again, the true champion, Ant, is the one who does not win this contest.
Exactly. I'm starting to think that too. Hey, we have Bill Burr in studio. You probably had Bill on your show over the years. Or maybe not.
I don't think if Bill's been through Seattle, we haven't had a chance to have him on. I know we'd like to, but it just never seemed to work out.
You got to do BJ show next time you're in town.
Well, next time I come out there, I'll definitely come by.
Right.
I'm actually awesome.
It's Jim Norton, man. I'm coming out there probably in May or something. This is a great show. They take good care of you.
Yeah, Jim, what is it, May 14th? I think I heard at the Showbox.
I think so, yeah.
All right.
Jimmy.
Awesome. Hey, you guys are on delay, right? I mean, we're trying our best.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
All right. I am.
Wrestling voice?
Yeah,
I was wearing my wrestling mask this
morning. I think what we've got is we ask questions to Ant.
Do they just dump?
And then, no.
Yeah, I thought I heard something weird, too.
Yeah, what was that?
No, I think I'm going to be silent. I'm going to be the silent guy.
I don't know. What
doesn't say
It sounded like something jumped.
You're right, the silent killer.
We're hearing voices from something. I don't know if it's us or another.
I'll let my moves do my talking for me. How's that?
I can't tell.
That's actually the voice I talk to myself in.
Something like that. Attention, Drew, we are underway this morning. Traffic's brought to you by your Washington State Lottery and our big problem, Seattle, Bremerton Ferry. Big delays this morning. We're down to one boat this morning. So these are your times from Bremerton, 6:20, 8:45.
It's like an elaborate prank.
Why are we getting that?
Are you pranking us?
12:35. Long dwell time.
But we don't have
405 southbound Redmond regulars are bogged down just past the
You guys pranking us? What is that?
And the center column and HOV are open.
Is it really loud on your end? It's really low on our end.
It's very low on our end.
It's very loud.
Everything else still pretty good shape this morning. Good news. Wednesday's Powerball jackpot
for us. Why would
about to
anything we
hit
ever try to do? What is
$170
this?
million.
Opie, honest to God, we're not trying to break you.
Yeah, we don't know what this is. It's something coming from it's a feed coming from somewhere.
What, Kenny?
How would they know it's loud on our end if they didn't?
General gridlock ordering you to set about
I can hear it bleeding
100.7.
underneath our volume.
We very rarely, we can barely make out, but there are voices being heard that don't seem to be yours or ours.
Are freaking messing with us. Who is that character on your...
I know, that sounded like Kennedy just got shot. There's voices, and we can tell it that they're coming out, it's bleeding out on our end.
You do know we have the ultimate power. We can just start cursing like...
Listen, honest to God, bro, you know I love you. I'm not playing any prank. I don't know what the hell's going on. We can hear it.
All right.
Yeah, I heard like a traffic report or something going on.
Yeah,
with somebody that was very loud.
From Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't, I don't know what it is. I can barely hear it, but I hear something, and I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't hear
it.
I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this contest.
Someone cut into our feed.
I feel bad because you know what? I mean, I don't want anyone to think that we're trying to pull stupid moves. This happened before when we talked to what's his face, Aaron Magruder.
What do you think I was born yesterday, you guys? What is that bit?
Honest to God, Opie.
Swear to God, we're not doing anything.
Opie, come on, you know me. I mean, why would I do a lame, stupid bit? I want to do this Star Trek game.
That's the guy that's going to pop in if I even get close to getting one right answer.
That's what I'm thinking. I think we're being... All right, let's go with this.
We'll give it a whirl.
We got our engineer in here now, so let's see what the hell he's
doing.
Dwight,
was that on our end or their end, Dwight? All right, Dwight.
I think their end.
You think it's on their end? Okay.
All right, well,
our
guys are shaking their heads.
They got to the bottom of that.
They sure did.
Pass it right along.
Problem solved. You might want to get that guy some acting lessons, BJ.
Yeah. It does sound suspicious, but we're just going to go with it. We're going to go with it. And when Ant wins, you'll realize what it's all about.
I don't have much confidence in myself.
All right, so
I never do.
You shouldn't have seen these questions. You're a dead man.
I know.
All right. So should we start with them or they start with us?
I guess it really doesn't matter.
All right, we'll ask Ant the first question.
Okay,
all right.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
All right, first question.
Okay.
What does NCC and USS stand for?
All right. USS is United Space Ship.
Right.
And NCC is Naval Contract Code.
Wrong.
Yeah, is it Naval Construction Code?
Oh, Naval Contract.
Come on, Anthony, I got money on you.
What's the other C?
It's
construction contract.
Yeah.
Naval. I almost had it.
So
hey,
I say we give it.
Hey, I hate two-part questions, by the way.
Yeah, we're not giving you two-part questions.
I say we give Ant the whole question because it should have been a one-part question.
I don't like the two-part question.
Fine. Yes, well, what are you arguing with me for? I'm agreeing with you guys. Give me the whole question.
I think I better get...
New Yorkers fight no matter whether he agrees with you or not.
I got to get one in before that traffic guy comes back.
Which is coming from you guys, because there's some local guy. All right, listen.
Probably was, it probably wasn't our end because we can't,
that's all right.
Probably some other station bled in. We have four stations in this.
Yeah, that's what I'm
company.
thinking.
All right. The question for BJ.
So did Anthony get that right?
Yes. Yeah, we're giving Anthony a right one on that one.
Oh, nice.
Wow. All right, okay. Anthony 1, BJ
charity.
0.
There'll always be an asterisk on this.
Yeah, I see that.
It's now tainted.
This is the Roger Maris Star Trek question.
Yes, exactly.
No more two-part question.
Hate the two-part question.
Yeah.
You got it right. I'm the one that said it was okay.
All right, go ahead, Jimmy. Ask the question.
All right. In Gene Roddenberry's original treatment...
What's that?
Turn your phone off.
You guys stop messing with us? What's that now?
Okay. Now I'm starting to think they're messing with us.
All right, ridiculous.
All right. All I gotta do is look at Opie one time. I'll know what's up.
Exactly.
All right, BJ, here's your question.
Here we go.
All right.
In Gene Roddenberry's original treatment for Star Trek, what was the name of the starship?
Ooh, in his original treatment for Star Trek, what was the name for the... I'll have to say the Enterprise.
We don't have a wrong noise.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, we got wrong noises.
Whoa,
You're not showing us
question.
You're not showing us up with wrong noises.
Yeah.
That is
the wrong.
That's a tough question.
What's the answer just for the future?
The answer is the Yorktown.
Oh, damn, I did not know that. I am not. You know what? So far, Anthony's a bigger geek than me. I'm like,
oh, no, I hope not. I hope I don't win this.
Steve, I'm done. I think it's over.
All right, Dr.
It's
McCoy.
How come be over? What, do you have to play commercials?
That's it. No, because I'll tell you what, I think, Jim, whoever researched your questions did a better job than our people. We're done.
There you go. There's your wrong answer. Okay, now we're ready. All right.
This is over for me, Steve.
All right, let's go.
All right, here we go.
McCoy became the chief medical officer of the Enterprise after the departure of who back in 2265?
Whoa.
Oh, damn, yeah, that was...
who's going to get that one? I don't even know.
God, that was the doctor that was in the original Star Trek episode,
Kevorkian?
The Menagerie, or the Cage. It was from the Cage or the Menagerie.
Right, he was that old
the
guy.
pilot guy, the old doctor.
Yeah.
I know his name. I know his name.
Drink. Yeah.
Boring Green.
It was
C. Everett Koop.
It was Adama.
Raymond Burr.
Yes.
Quincy. You know what? I'm going to have to say I don't remember his name.
Oh,
I know everything.
Was it Boyce? Was
Again.
it Dr. Boyce?
Doctor.
Oh, Piper.
Was it Piper?
Piper.
Wow, you guys
Piper?
are really impressive.
Well, that's a tough one. That's a tough question.
This is amazing.
Really
I'm so glad we're wasting time on 2 shows to do this.
You're absolutely right, Ope. At least you don't have ratings to worry about. We did.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
All right, it's still 1-0.
Okay.
What's the name? I need to tie
Jimmy's
this
got
up.
the next question here.
Question 2 for BJ. Scalosian water has what effect on humans?
Oh, I love this. It speeds them up. Makes them go at a faster pace. Oh, my
God. That is...
Wow.
That answer is true.
Episode was The Wink of an Eye, Season 3.
Yes. Wow. Look at that.
Wow, 1-0.
Whoa. All right. We are all tied up.
I'm back, people. I got my geek on.
Canadian-U.S. hockey here.
Yeah, how much time
right?
you guys got left? Because we're on your schedule today.
Yeah, we're going to go until this is done.
All right, good.
Nice schedule.
Just for the record, I'm not a Star Trek fan. This is riveting.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. You're welcome to our show anytime now.
How about some easy ones? Who had the pointy ears?
Hey, BJ, have you heard Anthony's
Who was a
theory
bigger minority?
on the new Star Trek movie with Leonard Nimoy?
I know. I haven't heard that theory. What's the answer?
Well, not a theory, but how Leonard Nimoy pretty much takes you out of the movie.
Oh, because he's talking over his dentures?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know, bro. That was sad.
Yes, you have been and always shall be my friend. Like, what year is it that they don't have fake teeth that don't fly out of Spock's mouth?
So true. That is so true.
Live long and prosper. All right. Need some Romulan effort.
Oh, man. This might have to give Ant some bonus points for that. That might give Ant some bonus. That's the bonus point right there.
It'll take you right out of the movie.
Yeah.
All right, I guess
you're right, bro.
I guess I'm up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Steve.
All right, here we go.
All right, during the episode Space Seed, the Enterprise comes across an old Earth space vessel. What's the name of that vessel?
That is the Botany Bay.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I like
that was
one.
a good. That was a relatively good one for him to get. I would have been disappointed if Ant didn't get that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Prius, and it was going 90 miles an hour to a wall.
Prius!
Of course, that was Space Seed. Yes, Ricardo Montalban reprising his role as Khan in the second motion picture, The Wrath of Khan. Yes,
that's right.
Okay, here's number 3.
All right, here we go. I got to get this now.
In Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country, what was Kirk's response after the Klingon General Chang said, "We need breathing room"?
Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, this is a tough one.
That's a tough question.
That is a tough.
Yeah.
His response that he doesn't trust them. I think that's all I can remember is he doesn't trust them and thinks they should be pushed back or killed or something like that. What do you think? I mean, I'm only paraphrasing. I don't know the exact response.
Yeah, I know.
The answer is
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
it is Earth, Hitler, 1938.
Oh, because that's a line from Hitler.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right.
That's
God,
one.
you know
Oh,
what?
boy.
This is it. It's over now. It's over
You
again.
should have known that
Tough.
just as a white supremacist.
Yeah, these really are difficult questions.
All right. Ant, I have to ask you a question. Ant, would you have got that one?
No. I wouldn't have. That's a tough question.
Yes.
I feel good about
Although
that.
he answers Hitler for most questions.
Yeah, that's true. I just quote Hitler at Thanksgiving.
Yes. Could you please pass the Hitler?
Yeah.
By the way,
That is the show Anthony really watches.
Oh, what's that, sir?
Yeah. Thanks for going to one of the movies that people don't like in the Star Trek universe.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. You want another one? You want to make up? You want to make up question?
It's fair and square, Ant. You guys got to pick, and my guys, they did what they did. And you know what?
We know nothing about Star Trek.
Well, our question guy is way better than your question guy.
Exactly.
That's
you know what? I'm up for it. It's not over yet.
All right.
We have Big Kev picking out our questions. Who do you got? 2 interns? What's wrong with you guys?
I know.
Big Kev goes to every Comic-Con ever.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
It's
all right, let's go.
All right.
Is this
what
Ant's
do we
question?
got for Ant? Ant can take a big lead right here.
All right, here
When
we
Kirk
go.
and his landing party arrive on the planet during the Cat's Paw episode, they're met by a wizard who tries to bend them to his will. What's the wizard's name?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh, that is a tough one. I remember that one, though, Cat's Paw.
But it's one of the non-favorite episodes. It's kind of like...
Yeah, that isn't one of the, that's not like a good Klingon and Enterprise fight.
Was there Halloween episode, sort of like a throwaway for the kiddies?
Yeah.
Being given a hard time.
Halloween episode. I am going to say I don't know. Yeah.
His name was Slappy.
Come on, Anthony, I got money on you.
I'm trying, but that was a tough one.
Slappy?
Yeah.
I don't know what
No, it wasn't Slappy, you silly.
It's Korob, yeah.
Oh, Korob.
Yeah, good old Korob.
Korob.
What a spot you wanted to.
Oh.
All right, this could be... I could catch up on this.
All
one.
right, you can. You could tie this back up. Damn.
All right. Let's...
Jimmy, pick a good one, buddy. Come on.
Okay. What was the name of Spock's betrothed in the episode Amok Time?
Oh, T'Pring.
Yep, correct.
Ah, yes, it was a
Thank you. That was a softball. Thank you.
That was a softball.
Hey, I see it as 2-2 here.
Yeah. All right. Now we're back in the game.
All right.
Sometimes wanting is far greater thing than having. His stupid teeth.
They really are awful.
that, by the way, see, Ant should get some bonus points. That's a classic right there. All right, what do we got for Ant? This is the last question. If he gets this right, then I got to get mine right.
Come on.
All right. In the court-martial episode, Captain Kirk meets a lost love who eventually turns out to be the prosecuting attorney. What's her name?
Oh, yeah. I remember her.
Marsha Clark?
It was yeah, she was in a few episodes.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy, we might have to. Yeah, that's a tough one.
I wouldn't give this one either.
All I'm thinking of is that dummy that built the Genesis device, and I can't get her out of my head. Ava Braun,
Gloria Allred.
Wow, I'm crashing and burning here.
Come on, Ant.
No,
Come on.
I don't have it. I do not have it. That's a tough question.
Oh, no, it's...
All right, but it's okay, though, because Jimmy's going to pick a tough one.
Wait, so if you answer this, you win, BJ?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Let's see. What was Captain Kirk's waist size?
Jimmy, pick a bad one.
I don't know if this is good or not. The 13-year-old Jim Kirk
Oh, no.
was one of only 9 witnesses to what?
Oh, no, not that one.
13-year-old Jim Kirk was one of only 9 witnesses to what?
A gang rape.
I know what
A kangaroo.
Yes.
Caridian massacring a bunch of people on a planet. The episode was The Conscience of the King, and Caridian, I think his name was, he killed a bunch of people on a planet, and Kirk was one of the 13 people who saw that, I think.
You know what?
I'll say the exact answer. The massacre of 4,000 Taurus 4 colonists by Governor Kodos.
Caridian was his name. Caridian was his fake name. Kodos was his real name.
Yeah, the conscience of the king. I think you got to give it to him.
You got to give it to him.
What?
You got to give it to him. Yeah. Sorry, I crashed and burned at the end. I got some bad, questions at the end there. I couldn't come through.
Hey, BJ, I bet on you, so I just won $20.
Damn.
Yeah. right,
Sorry, Bill.
Yeah.
That was close. That was close.
Not for nothing though. Ant did get some tough questions.
Tight race.
all the questions Ant couldn't answer, I couldn't either, and I think Ant could have answered all the questions I did.
Yeah, I
so
couldn't.
I think really we're both as bad as we can be.
Well, this is an interesting one. We didn't even. Here's a couple we had. Why did Dr. McCoy have his hands on Spock's hips during his proctology exam? Yes.
Yes. Well, you know what, Ant? It was. I have to say. I mean, I've always been a big admirer of what you've done, and I had no clue you were such a Star Trek fan. So when I heard that piece, you were doing Larry King interviewing Walter Koenig. I was sitting in the car. I was in the car going, I had no clue Ant was as big of a Star Trek geek as me. This is awesome.
Giant! I'm a huge geeky fan of the original series. Don't know much about the Next Generation. Like the movies. And what did you think of the last movie that came out, the last Star Trek?
I actually liked it.
I thought it was good.
I thought he did a good job with it. And finally, we get to see the three characters back again, young and not like not with their dentures falling out of their mouth.
That got really bad toward the end. You're right.
Would you have gotten this one, BJ? What did Uhuru store in a KFC bucket on the console?
Jimmy,
that's not one of the questions.
A fair question.
That is not right.
that had to be in a deleted scene somewhere.
Yeah, that was in the blooper reel.
Wow. I say rematch. I think we're going to have to do a rematch.
We'll have to study,
Opie, I would like to say we do the rematch during a low ratings period.
Yeah, exactly. Not during the sweeps.
Yes. We'll do it during your 9 o'clock hour, BJ. We'll help you out a little bit.
Yeah, that would be good. But you know what, though? Again, guys, thanks a lot, man. And
no problem, man. Thank you.
Hope always good to hear from you. You guys do a great job out there, and we're happy to let people know about your show because you guys are awesome.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
And you know what? And we'll kiss ass right back. All our guys go out to BJ's show when they're doing their stand-up in Seattle, and they have nothing but nice things to say about you, BJ.
Well, you know what, bro? It's that's what happens, man. You know, there are other people in this business that just like to sit there and pretend they have that they've created everything, and their job is to go out there and pretend like they're the only good ones that could ever come along in an industry. Which, I never understood that concept.
I hope this goes radio, and next week we hate each other and are just bashing the hell out of each other on the air. Like everyone ends up doing.
This is very This is uncomfortable for us to actually like a radio show. So why don't we end it right here?
Oh, this is a good question. We missed this question.
Jimmy's got a good question.
Will Chekhov avoid Vancouver?
Oh my God!
No. Well, there you have it. Anthony, the rest of the boys, Jimmy, take care, man.
All right, buddy. See you soon.
Thanks a lot, guys.
You better pot us down, man. We got a dirty song right here.
Yeah.
All right, there goes BJ Shea, and we'll end it with this.
It's the Opie and Anthony BJ Shea Star Trek Trivia Challenge. Opie and Anthony BJ Shea Star Trek Trivia Challenge. Who's the biggest geek in the world? We're about to find out. This contest is so fucking
Hey, that was all right with BJ Shea in Seattle. I want to thank Big Kev's Geekstuff.com, Big Kev, for helping us out with the questions.
Yes.
I think you should have won that, Ant. I think you should have won that.
Well, I cheese up with names. Like, I'm not good with names. I've always been terrible with, like, names. Situations, kind of storyline things, planets even I'm better with. And people's names will fuck me up all the time. Like, who was the doctor? I knew the doctor. Like,
You knew what they were talking about?
I knew exactly what they were talking about. I knew the episode. I knew the episode. I saw the doctor's face in my head. I knew exactly who he was. But, oh well.
We'll have to do that again.
I gotta fucking do some of those mind puzzle things Bill's talking about. Get my brain working.
They have a game for that.
Yeah.
It just says, "Hi, my name is," and it'll say Carol. "Hi, my name is Steve," and then you got to do the match thing, and then they keep adding somebody. Dude, and the tricks you have to use to remember. I mean, just the most, I've done it
Susie
before. Big Nose. I just keep thinking of Big Nose Susie.
I've done the little games that you have to do, the little tricks to remember things, but I forget to do the remembering tricks.
In the moment,
When
yeah.
I meet someone in the moment and somebody just comes up and goes, "Hi, my name is," and you shake their hand and you a second later have no clue what they said.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
That happens to me all the time. I'm getting older.
Oh, really? Uncle Paul? How old are you now?
I'm 57 years young.
He's young.
You're still 57
I'll
years
be
young?
58 in March.
Oh, in March. Wait
Well,
a
it
minute.
is March.
It's
Yeah.
March. What's your birth date?
March 17th.
Well, what's the okay? Well,
That's about a week
we'll have
away.
to look. It's
a week from
getting-
tomorrow.
It's getting close. He's gonna-
Vince from Bayonne says Aunt's bed with anniversary dates as well. So,
Yeah, apparently.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
that
all
one
know
didn't.
that.
Ooh, was it March 19th or May 19th?
Swallows. Big
Swallows Day is March 19th.
So then there's the other one,
It was May 19th.
I think.
I was up on the witness stand. I didn't remember.
Yeah, that's not good.
When
Well,
Dominic Barber
actually-
asked me
actually it is good.
When's your wedding anniversary? When are you married, Mr. Cumia?
And I was like,
Wait, what was this for?
for my divorce.
He didn't know his
I was like,
So what? So that means what? You should give her more money because you forgot the anniversary?
apparently.
Oh, dude. See what I'm saying?
It's one of
You
those
just knocked
things
me
that
another
was like-
100 yards away from ever doing that. There's no way. It's the stupidest thing you could ever do. What is in it? Unless it just totally works out.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing in it, in your best interest that is any different than just living with the person. There's nothing that's piece of paper, the thing, the signing, the together thing. You do all that. You do all that. We're sharing everything. You do all
Dude,
that.
that whole alimony thing where if you didn't have kids and you break up and then you have to pay for an adult like they're this child.
Sickening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick. That whole thing.
ridiculous.
Could you imagine a fighter pilot walking up to his plane and there's guys working on it and you see sparks and stuff and goes, "What are you doing?" "I'm welding your ejection seat in." I'm just welding it in. Well, what happens if there's a problem? You go down with it, my friend. You crash. But we have an ejection seat. I could just pull the handle and I'm out.
By the way,
not anymore.
We're taking 60% of the engine out.
Yeah, and you're only going to half power and one wing. We're going to take a wing and a stabilizer.
Dude, even if you have a kid, you basically say that, I want to give banks a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
That's what a kid is at this point. You're
that's what it is.
signing yourself up. They turned it into slavery.
Yep.
Used to be back in the day, you had a kid, you had another farmhand, right?
Yeah, another farmhand. He helped
It was
out.
positive, yeah.
That was
Working
it.
for you.
Exactly.
Bringing
Then you
in
had
more
like
crops.
5, because like
Then
3
what?
of them were going to die of malaria.
Right.
You had to have a few,
Before
right?
they were 5.
They were all going to die
What a
of malaria.
nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Living back then. Well, maybe it was easy.
Hey, you
though.
skinned your knee,
Who
it got
knows?
infected.
Yeah.
The rest of the year,
Yeah, who
you're
knows?
just shucking corn.
I think you pretty much die from that.
No anesthesia. It sucked. It sucked.
Why? You just bit the bullet, man.
Oh, man. Any type of little minor surgery,
You just
like
bite
a
the bullet.
cyst. Let's say you had
Yeah.
a cyst in
You had to go to-
1810.
You had to go to Doc Baker.
Yeah.
Dude, you felt lucky because you didn't have polio.
Doc Baker. That's what I should have said. It was Doc Baker on the Enterprise.
Yes, or Doc Holliday before he started shaking all over the darn town.
Hey, can we do the butt implant story before we get out of here? Whoa. What was that?
It's a butt implant.
Oh, those stupid women. What are they doing to their bodies? It's
Dude,
getting out of hand.
you know who this is. Stop it.
Oh,
This
I gotta
isn't-
tell you.
This isn't just the woman on fucking Park Avenue.
You think it's the
that's
hoochie
doing
mamas?
this. I think it's hoochie mamas trying to get a quick fucking butt job.
Let's break it down. You don't think white women are getting the butt implants in?
Well, the guy's putting silicone caulk from the hardware store in there.
Don't the white women have the flatter butts, so why wouldn't they be the ones getting the implants?
That and Asians, I would guess.
Asians should do it.
Asians.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Hey, I was in working the Improv in Irvine, which is Orange County. That
Irvine.
whole
I remember
thing,
that
the
place.
Real Housewives of the OC, is no joke.
Yeah.
Dude, I never saw like plastic surgery. And I'm telling you something, man.
Why does it look so bad?
Dude, there was like a group of 4 or 5 older women came up to me. My eyes were watering. I was talking about it the next night on stage. It looked like they looked like they were battered wives, but it was like a symmetrical beatdown because both sides were like equally swollen. So I was thinking, because like it wasn't a southpaw, the guy wasn't right-handed. It was more like that rock'em sock'em kind of punching.
Left, right.
Yeah,
left,
it was
right.
like equidistance, but oh my God.
I don't get it.
And they saunter up
And they
like
think they
they're
look
still
good or-
sexy. They
Like
dress like
they're
they're
sexy.
18.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. and it's just a disaster.
I guess the problem is they just go too far. I hear if you get just a little something and stop. But the problem is it's addicting, and they keep going until it looks horrendous.
This is what the problem is doctors practice medicine. They're practicing. That's what it means. And they're practicing on your face.
Got an answer for everything.
They're practicing.
You know what? How could you argue that point?
But if you have enough money, whatever Demi Moore's haven't done, she looks fucking younger than she did.
She looked a little rough at the Oscars.
Did
and
she?
I think she took her implants out, I noticed.
Yeah, her tits didn't look as big.
Yeah, man. Unless she had them, battened down.
You know, that can't be good when they take them out. That can't. It's gotta look like a deflated balloon or something.
I'm sure they
You think it snaps back? They tighten them up.
Yeah,
she used that big.
Wow,
she went from having A cups back in the General Hospital days to having big giant titties in the strip
what was it, strip
movie.
tease? Yeah.
And now she's got regular fucking titties.
Little B's, maybe.
Yeah.
Little B's happening.
I like A, B cups.
She does.
You like A's and B's?
Yeah, C's are fine too, but I don't like them unnatural. I like real tits.
No, they gotta be real. Yeah, you know.
I like 1A and 1D.
That implant shit is way overrated.
You don't like those boob implants from the 90s? With the big blue veins on the side?
We've seen enough of them over the years. They look good in sweaters, but they take that sweater off. It's ridiculous.
And their fucking breastbone, it looks like if you hit it with your fingernail, it would rip like cellophane, stretch too tight. I'm a
fan of the ball the bag wrinkle. I was ready to say ball wrinkle.
Oh, the bag wrinkle.
The bag wrinkle on the side when they lift their arm up.
Or when they're leaning over and you just see bag wrinkle.
Sometimes you see the serial number of the freaking bag for the skin
coming through.
Because they went too big.
Remember the Booba lantern?
Oh, I love
Did
the
that
Booba
girl
lantern
with implants? Turn the lights off, put 2 flashlights underneath her tits. They lit up like fucking jack-o'-lanterns. Like complete, and natural boobs won't do that. But these the silicone inside there, or the saline, just glowed. And you could see these big, giant, glowing tits. Monroe. It glowed, Monroe. Okay, Pookie.
All right, let's get into the blood implant.
Whatever happened to Jim J. Bullock?
Please. Probably a
shit
cup
about
of
that
fucking
asshole?
broth, a poodle.
Yeah.
And that can't be real. Come on.
What?
No way.
A boob job?
Look at that. Look at where her nipples are.
Where are the nipples? Get the fuck out of here.
That's not real.
Photoshopped.
That's Photoshopped.
One's pointing this way, one's pointing that way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the other belly button's like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, thank you for finishing my stupid joke, Bill. Thank you. Thanks for humoring me.
Ugly breast implants. That's wonderful.
Good. Oh, is there a website called Ugly Breast Implants?
You could just go to
you just Google image?
Google it. Oh, God.
Whoa.
One's going one way, one's going the other.
Wow.
I love the one big areola drooping down.
One was left out in the sun too long.
Wow.
That'll happen.
That was like The Apprentice did the one on the right. The left one looks perfect. All right, and now you got it? Yeah, I can do this.
I showed you how to do it. Now I'm going to be leaving. I got an appointment to get.
Yeah.
That's funny. They practice medicine. Hey, butt implants. So there's a problem going on in Jersey with butt implants.
Butt implant surgeries are on the rise, with women and men adding a little lift to lift their spirits about their backside. In the past 10 years, the number of derriere enhancements has gone up nearly 150%. But several New Jersey women learned firsthand what happens when you don't do your homework first.
I was outraged when I heard that this happened because it is completely unethical. These guys are purchasing these silicone products probably from a hardware store, mixing them with something to make it a liquid form and injecting it into patients.
6 women from Essex County, New Jersey were hospitalized after getting an infection from quack doctors who are apparently unlicensed and used non-FDA approved silicone that was diluted with the same substance used for caulking a bathtub.
Serves you right, you dope.
They just fucking clicked a few fucking trigger pulls of silicone into their asses.
You need your ass to look that good? And how does it feel when you sit down?
I saw a girl at the gym because it just, her ass, the fake ass
You've seen fake asses? I don't think I've ever seen a fake
when
ass.
A girl
He's
has
in fucking California.
When a girl has
true.
an ass, she has thighs too, because you got to have like a foundation to support it. And this girl got like it looked ridiculous. And
because unless the leg tapers into the bottom of the ass very nicely,
they haven't figured them out yet. They are practicing on people's asses right now
in Jersey.
Yeah,
and then they'll bring the surgery to California.
Yeah,
and it's perfected out there.
Was she on the treadmill jogging, and you're just watching her ankles get fatter as the silicone
no, this is the
drips down her legs?
She was strutting around the gym because obviously it was such a big, such a like a part of insecurity for her that now that she had it, she was wearing the tightest. And you looked because it was so bizarre.
Yeah, that's how it look.
They're big in Brazil. They do that in Brazil a lot. The trannies do it because it's just a big tranny
the
culture.
trannies do it,
and women do it too.
That,
but
Jimmy?
People send links.
Oh well, Jimmy's got silicone on its fingers.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any on my balls or my face.
Can I see a good butt implant pic?
I don't think they have it
possible.
I think Bill's right. They don't have it down yet.
All right, here's part 2 of the Jersey story.
Lenox Hill Hospital doctor Carrie Peterson says if these women didn't get treated immediately for their resulting abscesses, the infections could have been lethal.
Almost like giant pimples. They're big balls of pus. And they had to be operated on because these balls of pus had to be sliced open and essentially drained.
Yum.
But if left untreated, they can continue to grow and grow, spread to the surrounding tissue, and eventually seep into the bloodstream and cause, septic shock. These are women who are looking to look more beautiful and are using any means they can to get there. They may not necessarily be able to afford the prices that well-known plastic surgeons charge. So they're looking for alternative means, and there's going to be someone there that's going to prey on them for that.
If you get your surgery in somebody's garage, you can't expect it to go well. Fucking dopey broads.
How bad do you need to save money? How about you not do the freaking butt implant?
The ass implant is where hair plugs were in like 1978.
They didn't quite have it worked out.
People would just stare at your forehead. Now they're just staring at that weird-looking ass.
They look like ham hocks. They're really creepy looking. A bad ass implant, and they're very obvious.
What about that story? Was it Chinatown? Some woman wanted to save money on her dentistry, so she went to a guy that was just kind of picked it up as a hobby. It was. And she ends up dying, so he just puts her outside near the curb.
Yep.
Yeah, just at the end of the day. Did he at least put her in a toxic waste bag?
Hello, doctor. Yeah, I would like some caulk in my ass. Could you put some caulk in my ass?
It's old school lingo.
That old gag. Linger. Fucking 10 years.
Best boob
15 years.
Best boob jobs I've seen around the country are Dallas.
Dallas, every other girl has
implants, they got the teardrop shape down after fucking them up around the country.
I love Dallas. Every girl has implants and a gun.
Yeah,
they're good,
dude. And the amount of guys,
most of the girls keep their guns in their glove compartments because it doesn't go with their outfit, but they have them.
Yeah, and they got a lot of guys there with like facelifts, which is just really bizarre. Yeah, that in Orange County, same thing. You'd see those guys with. It's just ridiculous.
You know who's fucking that country star with the Kenny Rogers there? What did he do?
He looks like a completely
What did he
person.
do to himself?
Did he get a facelift?
Oh
he
my
got,
God!
Like,
it's not even called a facelift.
A facelift to me would be if you
there you go. Second
pull
picture
back your face a little to get some wrinkles.
Well, there was a split screen. That's
he
all.
did something.
He looks like he committed a murder, and he's trying to he's in the witness protection program.
Trying to skip town. He's on the lam.
Which one's the original?
Really?
Honestly,
to the left.
Yeah, where he still
and
looks
to the right. He looks more bizarre. Like that's
I've seen worse pictures.
That's
than
like
the
a
one on the
glamour
right.
shot of him.
I've seen the worse than the one on the right.
How old is Kenny? He looks the same as he did in 1978.
Well, that's what will happen if you get the facelifts and shit.
But
then they don't stop.
It
they
doesn't
keep
look
going.
right. Like that picture is taken at the perfect angle.
Yeah, then you get the Botox, so you have that laminated, shiny-looking face.
Can we find a better one of them? I want to see a horrible shot of Kenny.
Danny, is it true that Ice-T's wife has the ass implants, or is that natural shit?
Coco?
I don't think it's. I don't know much about her, but there's no way those things are
real.
I can't imagine for a white woman. No way.
You got to know.
No way.
No way, no
No
how.
way, no how.
Not my chair,
Drinking
not
out
my
of cups.
problem.
Miss Balloon Ass.
I think Bill turned us on to that.
Yep.
Oh,
originally.
yeah.
Fucking Bill, one of the best things ever.
I could still fucking watch that and laugh. It's so fucking
That guy trying
funny.
to talk himself out of freaking out is a grace.
Dude,
yeah, whatever. Yeah, right.
I better fist. I better fiddle a burned.
patter little kid in the background fucking going crazy. Not me. No way. Not once. Not never. No way. No way. What is this garbage?
What is this garbage? What's wrong with her ass? Like, what's going on there?
Well, a lot of people
She has
think
a lot of it. It's like she's
a lot of people, including Danny, think that's like the hottest thing ever.
But it comes up
Danny
and
and
over
Mars
her hips.
especially.
Like, her ass is going onto her sides. It looks like her ass is eating her.
Are you sure that's not
real? That's probably about like the absolute maximum I would allow.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Maximum
of meat.
pressure?
That's a lot of meat down there.
Who's that? That's nice, juicy.
That's Coco.
Yeah, that's Ice-T's
wife.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Okay.
That's
wow.
a nice rump.
Wait,
Well, then he would
where's
like
the
to,
implants at? It looks like it goes with the legs.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Yeah,
she's
it
squatting or something.
it flows into the legs. It's that other girl there where she
I think
had,
that's natural.
It may be
had
natural,
those,
yeah. She makes have a huge ass.
She's a big
she had
age.
Audrey Hepburn legs with a.
Karen Carpenter legs.
Jesus. Like the chickens that fall down because their legs can't support their breast meat. I know. I realize.
You had to take the punishment.
I was fucking trying to tie in the whole show with one dumb line.
Why didn't you hear what you I didn't hear what you said.
It's okay, Jimmy. I knew. I think I was going for more factual than a joke.
What did you say?
I don't remember now. Oh. Listen to the replay.
Oh, you know what? I didn't hear it either, Opie, say it again.
No,
I didn't hear it. Come on.
Jimmy is the pro of that. No, what'd you say? I didn't hear it. What?
Dr. Steve's on the line about butt implants, though.
Oh!
Dr. Steve.
Yes, I'm Dr. Steve. I specialize in putting cock in asses.
See,
Come on down for a 2-for-1 special of my own special injection.
It's good. Say special twice.
Special.
Yeah, stupid.
In special.
A 2-for-1 special. It's a special injection. Special period, comma. Boo.
Oh, fuck.
God damn, man.
Yeah.
That's where Dr. Steve gets his wine from drained ass pus. Ugh.
Yeah, he raids the hazard bags outside of fucking plastic surgery offices.
Goes right into the dumpster, does he?
Yeah, and he he takes a rolling pin over the discarded ass cheeks.
And squeezes out some juice.
Yeah, and he fucking plays Italian music and think he's cultured. Fucking horrible fucking venom piss wine.
What a cunt.
What a vile beverage. It's not bad if you keep it around the house to fucking drink and start your lawnmower. But the fact that you would send that to people around a holiday and expect good cheer in return.
Right. And just because you put a fancy label on the bottle doesn't mean we don't know what the fuck's going on inside the bottle.
The nerve of you to put a fucking bow on that fucking Molotov cocktail.
You know how many times I've reached for his bottle of shit thinking it's a real bottle of wine because of that damn label he put on it?
Yeah.
You got one too, right?
Oh, yeah. It's in my wine, my little wine cellar
wait a
area.
minute. He made
and
a
it's the
bottle of
only
wine?
bottle
he made
that
his own
sits
wine.
there.
Yeah, and the labeling is amazing. You think you're Napa Valley. You're ready to try out some real nice
stomp on the
Cabernet.
grapes barefoot.
Cabernet, Jesus.
It was next to the sterno, and the sterno's gone.
Yeah.
That wine should be thrown into the back of a car in a Bronx Tale. Fucking drained zits. Have liquid zits.
This is weird. Fucking horrible. Hey, is this snatch story true where the woman crashed her car? I saw it on Twitter, and now it's a news story.
Wait,
is this real?
I don't know.
Hold
if it's
on,
real.
I'm finding it, man.
I would say yes.
Woman
Really?
crashed her car, probably.
I'm just
Let me
saying
see.
yes.
Where is it?
I saw
the
hockey
bullshit.
playing Bears. What else is going to throw me
Oh,
today?
yeah. The PC police are at it again. I may not be an Irish girl, but I drink like one. You're not going to be seeing those shirts.
Yeah, somebody got upset at those shirts.
Let's see.
And then they tried to have them pulled from one of the stores, but the stores were sold out of the shirts.
That's hilarious.
It's like, people obviously enjoy the shirts.
Wait a minute. After
Yeah,
customer...
some stereotypes. I don't know. I don't know what.
Irish broad, who cares?
Can you have I'm not Asian, but I drive like one?
Yeah, that's funny.
No, that would be considered offensive. But there's something about drinking Irish is just funny.
But that wouldn't be like I would look at it. I'm not Asian, but I drive like one, and think that was funny. Like, who cares?
Oh,
Dude,
Christ.
hold
on. Let me read this, because this is something we fucking hate. drives us all nuts. So the store yanks the shirts.
My contract?
No kidding. We're
intelligent women.
I may not be an Irish girl, but I drink like one. Okay. After customer complaints, the retail chain, yanked the shirts. I was so livid, said Jacqueline Quinn, a 45-year-old fashion designer from Queens who spotted the shirt at a store. It's a teenage family store. I shopped there with my niece and my 9-year-old daughter.
So what?
Exactly. Quinn said she's able. Oh, you gotta love this line. Ready? She's able to take a joke, but the shirt struck a nerve. Then you can't take a joke.
She was so upset she had to go home and drink half a bottle of whiskey.
or that she showed a photo of her toddler who'd been run down by a drunk driver. Oh, that makes sense. All right, I can understand that.
Why are they listening to this bitch?
I don't know.
It takes a stereotype, and it's basically saying that all Irish people drink, she said. It's always related to alcohol. Why can't they quote Oscar Wilde? Why can't it be something positive? Because that's boring and not funny.
Exactly, you dumb hole.
It's hard to fit the potato famine into a T-shirt.
I might not be Irish, but I write like one.
Yeah,
exactly.
Wow.
I don't get it. Why?
Wow.
It's not accurate.
Get it? It's an Oscar Wilde. No, forget it.
I may not be Irish, but I shit in people's mouths. That'd be a great one. Has nothing to do with ethnicity.
I may not be Irish, but my food really sucks.
Yeah.
You know, I made that joke, and I realized halfway through it, I don't even know who Oscar Wilde is. I know the name. I'm like,
no, who Jack Daniels is.
I threw it out. I was like, oh, God, is that an actor?
No, he wrote a quote or something. He was in prison. He did a quote.
I can't remember.
It said, my love is such that I dare not speak its name. It's true.
Old school.
Oh, I thought you were going with I thought you were going to.
Wait a minute. Jimmy's on.
I don't care if it's true or not.
Hold on. Let's work with this. No, Rodney.
Is he acting?
No, that is Oscar Wilde.
No, Rodney Dangerfield's love interest in Old School was quoting Oscar Wilde, right? Anyone?
When Oscar Wilde,
I think so too.
When Oscar Wilde was
I think it was that quote said correctly.
When Oscar Wilde was in prison, and I did a little time, so that's probably why I relate to him. He actually wrote, "My love is such that it dare not speak its name." And my problem is that my love doesn't have a name.
Ooh. Oh. So what do you do?
That's just lines I have to do today.
Yeah, I thought so.
It was?
Yeah. Fuck. See, he's good.
Damn it.
I'm not Irish, but I have a small cock. I may not be black, but I have a bad credit rating. There's plenty, see?
But more importantly, and thank you, Vince in Rochester, looks like today, I think you're right. Oscar Wilde was a raving drunk, right? I think he might have even...
that would be hilarious.
I think he might have died of alcoholism, even.
He like cirrhosis or
what do you got,
like
Kev, on this?
He died, I think it was an ear infection or something that he got in prison, and he was actually thrown in prison for being gay.
Really?
Wow. It was, he actually, the old Marquis of Queensberry rules, the actual Marquis of Queensberry, he was actually... his son was lovers with Oscar Wilde.
So that's the new shirt. I may not be Irish, but I take it in this shitter like one. If that's what she wants.
All right. Well,
he finishes in my ear.
All right. We'll play it your way.
I may not be Irish, but I'll fuck a glory hole like one.
Right, there you go.
Whatever you want, lady.
Whatever you need.
Whatever makes you and your shitty niece and fucking kid happy.
At home.
I hate when they say where they bring their children. I shop here. Who gives a fuck?
Really? We're living on this planet too. Can we, like Ant brought to our attention a long time ago, adult entertainment. We're here too.
But the store's
not everything has to be
a shirt in a store.
Protecting the children.
Where my children come to play with their toys.
Yeah, I swear to God, Mike, I didn't know it was going to be ethnic. That to me is the store's fault. They should have said, "Well, we're sorry you feel that way."
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
But there's
Please go.
It ends with this. There's a strawberry store on 34th Street in Midtown. And a sales rep said the T-shirts weren't there because they're probably sold out
because people are buying the goddamn things.
So good. Maybe we can fight this.
Don't like them.
All right, here it is. A woman crashes car while shaving bikini area. Saw this on Twitter, and now it's a real story. So I guess
on Twitter. That was so bad.
What happened?
I got an even worse one. Oprah was, I made this joke to my girlfriend when Oprah was interviewing that woman who got her face ripped off.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, I go, where did she find her on no Facebook? That's a really bad joke if it wasn't just so offensive.
It's hilarious.
It shouldn't get
horribly funny, though.
No, it was one of those things where she was laughing, telling me I was going to hell, and I'm like, you're laughing too.
Yeah, you're laughing.
You know, we did 2 hours on that damn bitch, and we didn't come up with that. So on, Bill.
What was her name? The lady who got her face bitten out.
Oh,
that's such
Is it
a great,
Virginia
that's
something?
a great
anymore.
setup line, and I don't have the punchline for that.
I know, really, exactly.
Yes.
That is a great setup, and just nothing.
Nothing comes to mind.
Oh, Nash, Charlene Nash. That's fucking horrible video that was.
Another line you guys do
Seriously,
today?
it's not
What's
even
that?
remotely funny. I said another line you gotta do today.
No, the fucking video of her is just...
It's terrible.
She shouldn't have lived, is what happened.
Yeah.
Did you
go through that kind of trauma, you shouldn't live.
Yeah, you're not meant for an ape to eat your face for 45 minutes and take a break, come back and finish it.
There's also a joke there, but I'll leave it alone.
Oh, jeez. Hey, do you see that lady? That lady who she got hammered and she went in and she tried to feed a bear and she lost two of her fingers. And this is what they said. They say the alcohol played a part in it, and it's like, no, it didn't. You're a fucking idiot. And then you drank. At no point, I never drank, and then like in the middle, hey, I'm gonna go feed a bear.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never been that hammered where I'm going to go jump the barriers, stick my arm in a bear cage, and fucking try to feed him between your thumb and forefinger. Like she was holding something and gave it to her. Bit her thumb and pointer finger were clean off.
She was feeding it through the
yeah. And then got half her middle finger bitten off, and then the top of the other one.
She's blaming alcoholism.
Dude, they blame like alcohol. That's like when somebody says something racist, they blame the alcohol. It's like, no, dude, that's you.
I fucked a few pigs when I was drunk, but I never fed a bear.
Yeah, that's what you do. Some animal abuse.
Fucking setting up my own joke. I'm a fucking loser. A woman crashes car while shaving bikini area. A woman who shaved her bikini area while driving caused a car crash in Florida Keys, prompting police to issue fresh warnings about safe driving.
How would you need to warn it? Like that's an epidemic?
Yeah, that's just a one in a fucking
Well, you know what
zillion.
that means? Is she got so fucked up she couldn't pull her pants up, so the shaving cream and the razor there, she's like passed out.
What are you doing?
Oh, what the
Talking
fuck?
into his shoulder. Yeah, we got a woman shaving a twat here. We got a. Do they even have a number for that? We got a 1040.
Woman shaving her twat.
She actually needed to shave her twat so bad, she told her husband to grab the wheel. You know that move?
Oh, really? So the husband was in there?
I guess so.
Where the hell is she going?
Because I was going to guess that she was cheating.
Yeah, she's on her way.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Megan, 37, crashed into another vehicle after giving her ex-husband the wheel as she shaved her private parts. Okay, so the ex-husband's in the car. She was driving to meet her boyfriend. With her ex-husband in the car.
Oh, the ex-husband.
And she was shaving her pussy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a very healthy relationship situation.
That's what I'm saying. And they have to warn people that this might be an epidemic.
I got it. The reason why she divorced that guy was he was such a freak, and the only way he could get off was to watch her shave her twat. So she was trying to do it one more time because she felt bad that he had his alimony payments increased.
Or because he was such a non-man and he would never challenge her. She didn't respect him anymore. She's like, I'm going to go to my boyfriend's house. Like, why don't you shave in the car? I'll hold the wheel for you.
I got the wheel.
She had no respect for him.
That's the wheel.
That's how Jane Mansfield does.
Just shaving it, looking at him. This is what I'm going to give him.
Yeah. I want to make it all nice and clean for him.
She put the hairs in a baggie and he'd smell them on the way home. What a cuck.
He is a cuck.
Why did I think I could out-creep Jimmy?
Yeah,
he really just takes it to the whole other level.
Never.
You're a good boy.
She wanted to be ready for her visit. Yeah.
Nice and clean shave. Any injuries?
Oh, that's good. The day before the accident, she had been convicted and sentenced to 9 months of probation for DUI and driving with a suspended license. That's good.
We're all trying to figure out how can DUI.
Oh, I know. It's just
driving undies, something.
Yeah, it's always looking for the fucking punchline.
Yeah, there's not much there.
Forever searching, but yeah, nothing quite there. No injuries? They didn't say if they were hurt?
No, but
you would think that would fuck a girl up there, a razor down there, and hit something.
The police guy there, whatever, one of the authorities, he's like, hey, my phone's been ringing off the hook all day, and I know there's a funny side to this, but it's also deadly serious.
Very serious.
This is a scary road, and a lot of bad wrecks are caused by dumb stuff like this. It's unbelievable.
Like that?
I'm really starting to believe this stuff only
Texting.
happens in the Keys.
There's been studies done that shaving your pussy is actually more dangerous than driving drunk.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
That's how they're going to just make flying feel safe. You're more likely to be killed by a woman shaving her twat than you are to die in a plane crash, statistically.
Shit.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. We got a meeting, actually, we got to get into.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's meeting
Shit.
day.
Hate meetings.
We got Bill Burr. You coming back, Bill? Are you in town? What are you doing?
Got that meeting tomorrow. No, but I got to do some crap tomorrow.
All right. Are you here all week?
No, I leave.
So this is it for us?
If tell you what, if I leave, if my flight is late enough on Thursday,
Right,
I'll come back
and say hi.
Absolutely.
Let us
I
know
ain't
how
got
they
nothing
go.
better to do.
Let us know how it goes with the bank.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
$27 in your
The
4
people love you,
months.
Bill. BillBurr.com for the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. And Jimmy's got Chicago this weekend.
Friday, Saturday.
Mine.
And, yes.
Chicago.
This is good from The Wire. I played Michael.
I can't believe it's the same guy. He's the 90210 guy now.
Oh, is he a 90210?
He's on the... I only saw a couple clips, but he's completely different. It's bizarre.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah. All right, we're just battling.
Yes, we are.
All right,
What's wrong with that?
I didn't do the Roethlisberger stuff. Fuck.
Hey, I had a woman get kicked out of one of my shows,
Yeah.
and she was such a control freak that she wanted to sue the club. She didn't want to pay, and they said, no, you ate and drank, you're paying. So she leaves, and like the next day, the Improv miraculously, even though the whole crowd cheered when she got kicked out, they got a letter from some woman in the crowd who 100% agreed with this woman and didn't agree with me at all.
Wow.
Can you believe that? I've never had anybody do that. That's what I wrote her back.
Great.
I wrote it back. In all my years of dealing with drunks, all the deplorable behavior, I've never had one stoop to the level of impersonating an impartial member of the audience in an effort to justify their pathetic behavior and try to get me kicked out of a club. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I went parental on her.
That's great. You did.
Because they say, I don't think she should have been kicked out halfway through the show. It's like you were kicked out 50 minutes into an hour-long show. But how would you know? Because you weren't there at the end of it. Fucking
You were
idiot.
kicked out because you were the drunk lady.
Yeah.
I hate people that don't want to get booted out. It's like, you're not just laughing and having fun. You're fucking ruining the show.
Yeah. Come on, man. I paid to get... So did everyone else. You're wrecking their
that's what they don't
time.
understand, that they didn't come down there to listen to somebody tell them to shut the fuck up for
you. Yeah.
I was making it better.
Were you? Yeah, great. God, I fucking hate that in clubs. Like, people don't know to shut the fuck up. Watch, laugh, have a good time.
That's no different than going to the movies. I'm done with the movies.
Blurt shit out. I've been done with the movies for years. That's why I had to make a theater in my house.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to.
Yes.
I could have used that room for anything. I didn't want to. I had to. I want to see movies, but I don't want to go to the movies.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
Terrible.
You had to.
I built a bar in my house. I want to go to bars. I don't want to go out to the bars. I don't like people.
It's even the worse in the summer, because half the people showing up is because they don't have air conditioning. They don't even give a shit about
what the movie is. Or it's a babysitter. It's just something like to fucking take little screaming kids to.
My favorite thing is when you can't take it anymore and you finally just go, you shut the fuck up, and they're like, you shut the fuck up.
Wow, we're there now.
That's great.
Now
And
we're
it's like,
there.
you've been talking I have been shutting the fuck up.
Yeah. One thing good though about texting. You don't get as much of the, hello, no, I'm at the movies.
You just have 75 flashlights
Lights
that are constant.
You just have glowing from people's laps.
Yeah, it's like a rave in the movie theater.
It beats the shit out of fucking people talking on the phone. There was nothing worse than, and then hearing people fucking talking.
You know what's even worse is right as the movie starts, someone sits down behind you and they brought in like a Thanksgiving dinner from McDonald's, and then they're actually courteous with it, so they try to open it slowly, which takes you just open the fucking thing.
Yeah. That is the worst.
Dude, I fucked up so bad at a movie theater doing exactly that, where I was trying to carefully open up my thing, and it was taking forever. I had an older lady, probably about 60, rip it out of my hand and go, here, and hand it back to me. And you know what? Usually something like that would set me off where now we got a major problem, but it made me laugh that I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're right in this case.
Open the fucking thing.
But I was amazed. She just ripped it out of my hand.
Yeah, but if more people
the movie
would laugh and realize that they're being an asshole, you know what I mean?
I forgot what it was, but it was something that was all... Why do they make all this food for the movies that are in these packaging that make so much noise?
Because they want you to have to go see the movie again. It's all a fucking conspiracy.
He does.
Popcorn is the loudest fucking thing to listen to
It
people
sounds like
eat.
termites.
And the
Just
fucking candy wrappers.
Yeah.
It takes forever to open that
It always
shit.
tastes like shit, and it makes you sick to your stomach.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
5
Dude.
handfuls in.
When I go to a crowded
going.
movie theater and everyone's getting into their snacks and opening their shit and eating their popcorn, I mean, the hair on the back of my neck, it drives me insane.
Do you guys have that shit out here
Insane.
now where they say it's IMAX, but it isn't, but they say it's IMAX quality?
Oh, shit. Are they pulling that
They do
now?
that out there where it says IMAX, but they only have one IMAX theater. But I guess the screen is a little bit bigger than the older one. So, and they charge you all this extra money, and everybody walks in like, this isn't a big screen. Where is it?
I'm Limax. Oh shit!
Yeah,
IMAX quality.
You know what people hate when I do at the movies? When I'm playing Boggle with a friend. People get really annoyed.
Boggle,
not the best. Anything with loud dice would have been funny.
Yes, yeah. Trouble.
That's what I meant.
Pop-o-matic.
I meant trouble.
Pop a 6 and you move twice.
All right.
Place your men around the track and try to send the others back.
I meant trouble.
What is that one? Trouble.
He knows all this.
That's what I meant.
Shit.
I said Boggle.
Trouble.
Yes, to show
Trouble.
off.
That's the name.
Stop showing off.
The brand new Milton
Stop.
Bradley game.
Stop.
It was brand new in that commercial.
1974.
A long time ago.
Trouble.
Jesus Christ.
It's awful.
That's back then. You could become a millionaire. You come up with a board game. Now you got to be like some tech genius
I know,
to make
yeah,
any
you
sort of money.
You can just sit there and draw something on a piece of paper and make a board game and you're fucking
A couple of
wealthy
slides
beyond
and a
reason.
crazy clown.
Yeah.
Some dice.
If you roll a 6, you put your hat here and win. Oh, it's great.
Why you guys?
Now you need fucking, knowledge of circuitry.
Yeah,
and
you got to be better than Grand Theft Auto Part 9.
Trouble. It's a picture of an older man and a crying youngster on Trouble.
Why you guys? Pop-o-matic is in a little pair of pants. You got to unzip it and push it.
It's an uncle tucking in a little nephew and the father looking in the bedroom. Trouble.
Hey, at some point you got to do an Uncle Paul where you have to talk about Ebbets Field on some level. That always just seemed like an Uncle Paul.
Like an Uncle Paul thing.
Yeah, from
going.
Ebbets Field.
I would always go to the ball game there. Have a hot dog, get to know somebody. Ebbets Field, back when I was your age, we didn't have all these goddamn blacks in the game.
Wow, Uncle Paul.
We didn't know you were.
I see another part of Uncle Paul.
They're all running fast. When I was young, it was all a bunch of older white people wearing their suits.
Yeah, people wore suits and ties to the ball game and their hats.
Sure, and you go to the bathroom, nobody would say nothing if there was a couple of you in the stall.
Oh, wool suits.
No, they didn't have,
Wool
they used to have
suits
the
in
piss
July.
troughs back then.
Yeah.
Piss troughs.
Yeah.
What the fuck was wrong with our ancestors?
Well, half of, because first of all, they were day games, so half of those people were like, yeah, I'm not feeling good. Right. When they were at work, and they would just go down to the ball game. You got to keep your hat on so they didn't catch you.
You think that's what
I'm not feeling good, see? I got the sniffles.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go home. I'm going to knock off for the day.
Take me out to the ball game, see?
I'll come in tomorrow. Put a little more elbow grease into my job.
Take me out to the crowd.
Yeah, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
And a little Tommy gun in case somebody gets wise.
We saw Joe DiMaggio
Yeah.
pop into a double play in Ebbets Field.
His awful Ebbets Field
Yeah,
stories.
you gotta and then you gotta be like, wow, that's something.
I went there one time, it was raining.
The whole story.
Roy Campanella.
Oh, Roy
good old
Campanella,
Roy,
sure.
huh?
I remember him when his legs was good. He don't run so good no more. They made him stop playing when he was in the chair.
Yeah, huh?
Remember Robert Clemente?
Oh, yeah. Well, these are fascinating stories. You know, it's so good that the older people are here to continue those stories and tell them to the young so they could be passed
You
on.
gotta teach the young.
Generation to generation.
Yeah, you gotta teach them.
You gotta teach them, Uncle
Sure,
Paul?
you
Yeah.
teach them not to steal.
And to keep their little mouths shut.
You gotta search them good. Get your fingers in there.
Oh, Jesus.
You gotta find out wherever they're gonna hide candy.
Oh, that's right.
Fucking Jimmy,
Make
man.
your fingers wet.
That's just my fault. I just wanted to hear him say Ebbets Field. That's all I wanted to hear.
Ebbets Field.
What is that a picture of, Dan,
What
with
about
the
Polo
straw
Grounds?
hat?
You ever been to the Polo
I
Grounds?
never went to the Polo Grounds. I had a misunderstanding with a youngster. I thought that he was stealing one of the little baseball bats. So I took him into the men's room.
I bet.
Searched him.
Thank God Uncle Paul's out there making sure the kids are honest. Yeah.
Sure. Back when Madison Square Garden was on, 50th and 9th? Is that what it was?
I think so. My grandfather used to take me into the circus. And he'd say, what do those elephant trunks remind you of? I'd say, big you-know-whats.
You know what?
All right. Let's call it a day. Bill, always a pleasure. Hopefully you come back Thursday. If not, we'll see you next time.
Okay, guys. Thanks.
Phoners. Yeah, Bill does the phoners for us, so you'll hear him again.
Phoners. Good night.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow.